2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Hi. Oof, my eyes looking saggy. But yes, hi. How's everybody doing this morning? It's early. It's only 7. Well, it's about to be 7. It's almost 7 for me. I don't know what time it is for you. Okay. But either way, today's reading we're doing. Hold on. We're doing zodiacs later, but I'm probably not going to do them until this afternoon. It's too early, so I'm going to stick with this. And also, I haven't got to eat my breakfast yet. So this is a request, and it's from PMG Scene. Okay, and it's why are your dreams blocked, and like what are your dreams like subconsciously trying to tell you? Like what are your dreams? Why are your dreams blocked, and what is it that's being blocked, basically? And like what's going on that's making all this happen? Like in the subconscious, yeah. Why are you blocking out your dreams? What are you dreaming that's being blocked out? You can maybe get snippets of your dreams. This is for people that can't dream. Alright? I can resonate with that. I don't fucking dream for nothing. And it's like, so when I do, I pay attention to it. Like, it must be important if I fucking let that dream through. You know? I don't know. I try not to look into dreams at all. For myself. Just because I feel like if they're blocked for me, it doesn't mean nothing to me. So, I don't know. Trying to think. The only dream I've ever had was that reoccurring dream where I die in a car. I don't even die. I just get in a really bad fucking car accident. Other people die. And it's stressful. It's stressful. And it's weird because I'm like a 4-year-old driving. Why is a 4-year-old driving? That's my dream. And I'm like, this dream sucks ass. And now I don't drive because of it. Well, no, not because of it. I don't drive because someone actually did try to run me over once. So I'm like, no. Alright? They almost T-boned me and it made no damn sense. Okay, so. Don't know my voice. It's the morning. Okay, so let's see. Option 1, we have the underworld. Option 2, we have Eros. And option 3, we have the mentor. So I'm going to say, go ahead and pick your pick, and I'll see you at your pile. Okay. Let's put this here somewhere. Whoa, no, I don't like that. But I hate when I put it on the curtain. Yeah, that works. Oh gosh, I'm hungry though. Okay, I fixed it. Okay, now into the shuffle. It's gonna be interesting. My kid has a lot of dreams. She has like premonition dreams, so they're intense. But she gets dreams, and then I get daydream flashes. I get Pisces visions. And when I get Pisces visions, I tell her about them, and she's like, I had that happen in a dream. And so it's pretty stressful when my Pisces vision lines up with her dream. Here, I'll tell you a really interesting story. Oh, someone's here, so that's perfect. I was just pre-recording this story. But yeah, basically, I'm coming back from mini golf here in Gatineau. Right? I take off because I move around a lot, and everyone seems to not know where the fuck I live. And it's like, dude, Carmen Sandiego, Nikki Sandiego has said it many times. I'm fucking in Quebec. I'm in Canada. You can't fucking forget it. Right? I'm from Miami, but I am Miami. Ah. Right? But you can take me away from the beach, but you can never take the beach away from me. Alright? I'll always be Miami. But yeah, I'll always be trashy. Miami's the trashiest place ever, man. It's funny, I see all these people booty dancing. I call it booty dancing because that's what it used to be called. I see all these people twerking, and I'm like, that's so cute. It takes me back to being a kid because that's what we did in Miami. We just sat around twerking all day. Go to the roller skating rink. Ask anybody that grew up in the 90s. Go to the roller skating rink. All you did was, it's literally like it's like the Soul Train, booty shaking. Right? We're like I'm gonna say that's why we got Uncle Luke. Right? That's where twerking came from, you know? I be seeing people talk about it like, you know, they come from California and they're like, you know, they think, no, sorry, go see Uncle Luke. Where's Uncle Luke from? Okay. Let me see that Tootsie Roll. Alright, yes. But granted, I was gonna say, yeah, Miami's dirty like that. We invented the twerk. And then it went up to Georgia, and then they became Magic. This is funny. Georgia became Magic City, and it's like, that used to be Orlando. That's why they have the Orlando Magic. So it's like Orlando, I mean, I want to say Georgia bit off Florida. So did California, because Florida was there before California. Everybody bit off Florida. I don't know why. And it's like, Florida's such trash. It's like everyone took Florida and tried to make a new version of it somehow. It's crazy how many cities are in California that have the same exact name as Florida. And you look up the city dates and things like this, and it literally was just a copy. Like they just copied everything. It's strange. But yeah, here we are, like 20 years later. How old was I? It's like it's been the 90s. A long time later. And now everybody out there, they're all twerking. It's like, even Miley Cyrus tried to twerk. Oh God, please. Get that stiff back out of here, bitch. Okay. Who's that? The fucking dance-offs. Booty shaking contest. Oh my God. Whenever we went to fucking school dances, forget it. It was like, forget it, man. That's what I'm saying. It was fun growing up in Florida. It was trashy, but it was fun. Alright? I loved it. But yeah. I remember I met this one guy who liked me. And he was some little kid. I don't know. Some kid with money. And I didn't like him. And his ego was bruised. But yeah, no, he's bruised because I didn't like him. And I didn't like him because he was some Jewish kid who seemed real stuck up. And he was stuck up. He tells me, you're really pretty, but I could never date you because of your neighborhood or some shit like that. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? What world do we live in? I was like, I got a job. I got like $3,000 stuffed in my top drawer. I'm like, I'm loaded with dough. I'm like, what are you talking about my neighborhood for? I was like, what's wrong with people? And I was like, oh boy, you don't even got money. You got your mama's credit card in your pocket. You're driving your mom's car right now. Why are you talking about my money? I got more money than you. I might not got more money than your daddy or your mommy, but I got more money than you. Okay? So, I think people are funny about money. They don't seem to understand it. But it ain't theirs if it ain't theirs. If you ain't earn it, it ain't yours. So there's no pride in that. Don't act like that's your money. But yeah. What are your dreams blocked? Ay, yeah. Man, that reoccurring dream, I'll tell you about it. So I'm here, I'm in Gatineau, and I decided to go mini golfing. I wanted to take my daughter out to go mini golfing. I like to go mini golfing, and it's a fun thing to do with her. I brought douchebag deluxe, so that meant like it ended it badly because he could never do anything with my daughter and me because he'd get so damn jealous if me and her ever having fun. He would actually like fucking get mad over that shit and like argue with us and like yell at us and like treat her like something, and then I'd be like, oh hell no. That's what I said. But we went out, we go mini golfing, but there's this particular road that we have to take because it's out in the woods. I chose the mini golf that's like up in the woodsy areas in Gatineau Park, so that's fun. But I get there, I'm on our way back, you know, whatever. But there's this fork in the road. There's like this, it's in the mountains and it's going around fast like that, you know. So it's like, but it comes to a point where you meet up and it's like a fucked up angled street, like a three-way street, but like all the angles are fucked. They're not even like a peace sign or anything. It's like all fucked up, and it's like. I see this area where that I'm at, and I'm like, oh my God, what is up with this scene here? I was like, it's really strange, and I was like, and we almost got in a car accident because he was driving too fast because he was road raging through the mountains. We almost fucking died that day. But either way, I'm like, whoa, snapshot for life. And then my daughter, she was in the back seat when it happened. And I go to talk to her like a while later. I'm like, man, did you see what happened? Because we couldn't talk about anything because he would always like hoover us, you know, and keep us from being friends. So like when he would be passed out drunk or something, I'd go sneak in her room and we'd hang out. So anyways, went on one of those magical hangout nights. that we would have. I asked her, I was like, "Yo, the fuck happened with that car ride?" I was like, I said, "Did you have your headphones on? Were you paying attention?" I said, "He almost fucking killed us." I said, "Because he wants to drive like that through the mountains." Who drives like that through the mountains? I said, "I even told him there was a crazy turn coming." He didn't want to listen. I swear God saved us, not him. Fucking, he wish. Bobo. Fucking Bobo put me in that situation. He's almost killed me so many times because of his Bobo-ness. But anyways, his inability to handle anything. Either way, she starts telling me about a dream she had when she was 8. And I remember when she told me about it when she was 8, she told me about it. And she described it again, and it was the same exact motherfucking location that we almost had that car accident in. And I was like, oh Jesus, yeah, we almost died. Like, we were probably supposed to die that day, but God saved us, I want to say. Not that bitch. Bitch don't know how to do shit. He got lucky. And I want to say he most likely saved us because of my daughter, because my daughter was innocent. And it's funny because it's like, he's done crashed us into a bunch of shit because of that rage. So maybe he'll crash himself into a brick wall with it. At least I'd get my cat. Dare I say. Okay? Yeah. I'm a cold ass honky. Okay? You steal my cats, you steal my pets, you steal my items, you steal my things, you take them like they're yours, you think they're yours. It's like, okay. 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 I hope he's having some real good dreams. Okay? Because I know him. You know, he's actually woke up from dreams trying to choke me once. Yeah, he's that cool. And then he realizes it's me, and he's like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, no, you're not. I have a feeling you thought it was me the whole time, motherfucker. So that motherfucker had a knife in his pocket ready to stab me. He would hit me all the damn time, but only when I wasn't looking. Because if he hit me face to face, I'd knock his bitch ass out. He knows that I'd take that bitch to the ground and I'd fucking dog him out. I'd fucking... So, but what happens is, so he has to hit a bitch when she's not looking. What kind of man hits a woman when she's not looking? What kind of man hits anyone? Well, what kind of man hits his wife when she's not looking? I want to say a cocksucker, Satan, someone who's demonically possessed by someone evil. Alright? Someone that ain't worth my time. My cards. I tried so hard not to get these cards wet yesterday. I'm getting this one soaked. What is it? The Lovers. That's funny. I know this card got ruined. I know he threw this deck of cards he threw all my cards across the room one day. Just because I was sitting with them like this, and he was having a, yeah moment, and I'm like, man, my life. Just look at your cards, Nikki, and then pay attention to me, bitch. And it's like, okay, what do you want? You want my attention, you got it. And then he'd get mad because he got my attention, and I'm like, you want it? You got it. You don't got my happy attention. You got my, what's going on? Do I need to start watching my back again? That's why my jaw fucked up. Because we ride in the car, and I'm just sitting there quietly. I won't argue with him. And I get the backhand, like as hard as he can throw it. And my jaw literally misaligned like this for like a week. I had to sit like this for like a week and try to line my jaw back up. And then when I text him yesterday, I'm like, hey, I would really like my cats back. You know, he thinks I owe him money. So I'm like, look, listen, I'll give you whatever you think I owe you. Alright? I'll give it to you. Whatever the fuck you think I owe you, I don't owe you a fucking thing. But I'll give it to you. Because you want it so bad, but I want my cats. That's fair. I'll give you your imaginary owed debt if you give me my fucking cats back. And he's like, you need mental help. And it's like, no, bitch, you do. You pulled a samurai sword on me one day. I had to leave the house and go stay at a hotel. It's like, what, did you think I didn't forget? What did you think I forgot? That's what I'm saying. Anyone, and if he forgot, I'm pretty sure he has mental issues, no? In my opinion. How do you forget stuff like that you do to people? How do you forget doing things like that to people? How do you keep your head up? How do you not feel like a complete piece of shit? He's demented. He's crazy. Alright? That's why my daughter doesn't talk to him. My daughter doesn't just disowned him. She's like, I don't have a dad. And I'm like, I don't blame you. And he's all like, oh, I'm talking to my daughter. And it's like, come on, bro. You don't got a daughter. If you did, we'd have our cats. Because no one steals their kid's daughter, their kid's pets. No one does that. Only the complete, I want to say Satan himself. Because he wants a reaction. Okay. So, sorry about that. I went on a rant. It's also because, like I said, he watches me. So I always like to, when I feel like he's here, I always like to really let him know that I'm airing out his shit. You know, because he thinks that I'm not going to take him to court and tell everyone that. It's like, what are you talking about? My lawyer is like, if you want to take him to court for those things, most likely he's not going to want to go because most domestic violence people like this, because I gave her the whole report. She knows everything that's happened to me. She's like, most people that do this to you, they're not going to want to go to court. I said, oh, well, that's nice. And I'm like, well, when I go to take him to court, he's like, do it. And I'm like, you must not know. All right, I got her and she's my witness. He's actually attacked and hit her. You know, like, what a disgusting human being. Anyways, so option 1, the underworld. Option 2, Eros. And option 3, the mentor. Alright, so go ahead and pick your pick, okay? And I'll see you at your pile. And, yeah. Hey, I hope you were here today. Go fuck yourself. Crash into a wall. So anyways, option 1, the underworld. I want to say you're having nightmares, obviously. Obviously. So if your dreams are blocked, I want to say, yeah, like I've been saying, when your dreams are blocked, it's because you're having nightmares. And it's like, I don't know, I've always been someone that never dreams. So it's like, have I always been having nightmares my whole life? I don't really know. That's why I'm saying I got a whole lot of questions for these things, so I should be able to help you figure out your reasons by just having my own questions. But my questions never really get answered for me. But I still have the right questions in mind because of it. So I want to say, you have lots of nightmares. I want to say about something that happened. I want to say something happened to you that you locked out of your mind. Something you keep buried extremely deep. The tear, I want to say it causes you a lot of tears. It's almost like a PTSD thing. So it's like if you have this dream, you'd probably wake up with tears in your eyes. I don't know if you ever had dreams like that. I've had dreams like that. Like I don't dream often, but I have dreams. I've had dreams where I literally woke up with tears in my eyes. Like in them. And I open my eyes and they start coming down more. And I'm like, what the fuck happened in my dream? Why was I fucking literally crying? Like, and I woke up like with my heart beating. And I'm like I felt like I was in a panic and I was crying. Like something had died right before me and I was super sad about it. And I was like, why am I so sad? What the fuck happened in my dream? You know, it was scary. So that's what I'm saying. You might be having issues like that. Maybe often. That's happened to me once. Recently. So I don't know if it's ever happened in the past, but I know for a fact it's only happened once. But it could have happened more than once for me. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how often it happens to you. I'm going to say have faith in your dreams. Oh, gosh. I'm going to say you have good dreams. You don't have bad dreams, really. But there's a dream that comes, I want to say a reoccurring one. Hope. Oh, God, yeah, no, you really hope. Oh, you have faith that your dreams will clear up. Conversation, I want to say talking about things. You and your loved ones are safe. That makes me think you might have went through a hostile period in your life where you weren't necessarily safe. Maybe you were homeless, just in a dangerous environment, things like this. The imagination card, it could be anything. Right? But I want to say talking about whatever the hell you've ever gone through, been through, whip. I want to say maybe you were beat like with like a belt or something like this growing up. Okay? I want to say, I don't know, I want to say it's left you with a sense of you're not safe. And I feel like when you dream, your subconscious is trying to talk about it with you. And I feel like your system response is too upset about it. So you just block out the dream. You might daydream a lot. Oh, romance. See how this is, it's got a thing there. So that zebra's wide awake. So it's like you might, oh wow, there's chat. You're paused? What's paused? Buzzed? Am I doing right in my life? Am I paused? I have no idea what the hell that means. But how are you doing today, Ashu? Okay, and hi D, how are you? Hi Poetry with the belt, traumatized. That's what I'm saying. That's some fucked up shit. Yeah. No, I had issues too in life, but it wasn't getting beat. My family was a whole nother story. I met Satan at the age of 4, stole my innocence. I was like, fuck. Yeah, as I said, someone must have did something to you. And I want to say that I feel like the minute your body starts to realize, like the minute your brain starts to realize that, I feel like you kick into safety mode, and you block that shit out. Imagination, I want to say you might have a really overactive imagination, and that's fine. Perseverance, the motivation to keep going despite the odds. Jonquil power. Take hold of what you know is yours. So I feel like you know you have power over, I want to say, your issues, your stress, any bad stuff going on in your life. That could be a broken home, right? Like that could literally be like your childhood home, where there was broken dishes and things like this, and there was a disaster because there was something going on there. Wait, hold on, I gotta fix my brightness. Okay, so yeah, something was going on in the backgrounds, I feel like, and you were kept from it, that's for sure. And I feel like, yeah, no. So now when you dream, I want to say, if you start to ever have one of those dreams, like you trigger humility, I want to say you probably are very open about things. With romance, makes me think you have a romantic dream. You have dreams, romance dreams. Or maybe that's what you would like. You would prefer, if you're like, if I'm going to dream, I want to dream about romance. I don't want to dream about the underworld. Maybe you dream about dying, being dead, going into, you know, like a death, like what the past life, not past life, you know, like when you die, beyond the veil, beyond the beyond. Yeah, so I feel like maybe you die and live those things out in your dreams. I heard that if you die in your dream, you die in real life. I don't believe that, but I heard it. I've almost died in a dream. I almost died while sleeping. I like to sleep on my tummy. I don't sleep on my tummy anymore, but I used to like to sleep on my tummy, and when I did, I accidentally one day muffled my face into the pillow. And I had my arms down, so it's like eventually I couldn't breathe. So in my dream I started dying, and then I undied. I stopped dying in my dream. I was like, I broke whatever the fuck was covering my mouth. I got rid of it all, and like I wasn't dying anymore. And it turns out there was a pillow in my face. I was being suffocated. Okay? Suffocated. But I say suffocated. That's just how I like to say it. But yeah. So I was going to say, I want to say, block out a whole lot of dreams. And I want to say it's because of some type of abuse you went through while being young. It could have been mental abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse. Could have been any type of abuse. Okay? Ego. Like seizing opportunities, but it was in reverse. So I said it's caused you a lot of hesitations in life. I feel like you've done really good. Depending on how old you are, you've probably worked through a lot of this. With the humility card, I feel like you ain't shy. You'll tell people about whatever you've been through. You know, flowers are unaware of each other's beauty. They bloom regardless. And I want to say, if you're someone who does not talk about what you've been through, that's how you fix this issue. Alright? I want to say you have to begin there. You gotta start being open to talking about it and hearing, I wanna say hearing the horror that comes out of your mouth. That way it can't hurt you, it can't come after you no more. You've already exposed that terror, you looked at it while being awake, you examined it, you cried, you got upset, you got angry, whatever it may be. But then when you go to sleep at night, what's it gonna do? You've already conquered that dream, you already, like that nightmare, you already like went over that I want to say that traumatic shit that went down. You reevaluated it, like you went back into it no matter how much it hurt. And I feel like that's kind of your key. Tears are your key too. I want to say you need to cry. People have trained us not to cry, but it's because crying is very powerful for your soul. It's a way for you to let emotion out of you, literally. Emotions are water. And you're creating it and dripping it from your face. So it's like you're letting out, I want to say so it's like a filter too. You gotta understand water filters. So it's like, it's pulling and filtering out toxicities and things like this, I want to say, from your mind and it's got salt in it, so it's like neutralizing. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it neutralizes negative energies. Crying is fantastic. It might not look pretty, but it is a good thing to do. The letter, I want to say, yeah, maybe even just writing down your dreams. Okay, I want to say that's making me think of keeping a dream journal. I hate telling people to keep a dream journal. I will never keep a dream journal. It's just like I don't ever. I dream so rarely that it's like by the time I need that dream journal again, I forgot where I put it. It's like it was supposed to be there. Where did it go? I ended up moving it. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like I can't really tell you to keep a dream journal. I feel like that's a joke. Maybe I can't stand when people tell me to get a dream journal. It's like, have you ever tried dream journaling? It doesn't work for everybody. That's for damn sure. So if you're someone that it doesn't work with, I want to say I'm not gonna tell you to do that. But if you are someone that can do that way, I'm gonna say do that. But if anything, find someone to talk to about. This is always makes me sometimes think of a sponsor because she's got that little pouch with like some medicine in it, a little medicine pouch. And she's surrounded by poppy flowers, so she looks like she's standing outside of like a poppy den from like a long time ago. But yeah, no, like you have someone that I want to say has gone through things with you, or not with you, maybe a relative then. But I'm gonna say if you're not comfortable talking with people like that, I'm gonna say you gotta talk to strangers. I'm gonna say people that have just gone through the same thing as you. And talk about everything that happened here in this mice card in your life, whether it was like, I want to say whether it was when you're a child or when it was your adult, who knows when it was. I said you gotta discuss it with this person, or at least one person I have here, but I feel like you have to find a person. Okay. Dream journaling is something I have done since I was 12. I just haven't done anything with them except trying to understand them for my own sake. Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're someone who can actually keep up with dream journaling, like you dream enough and it's like something that's like just your niche, I want to say that's a good place to start. I feel like that ain't the answer though. As you can see, you're still doing it. If you've been doing it since you were 12, I don't know. Do you only do it when you have problems? Or do you always do it like your whole life? Because if that's the case, it's like you got to fix the problem. This isn't doing anything. Because you're still having them dreams. But if you're just having a dream every now and then, and that's just how you handle it, I feel like that's your thing. That's how you're supposed to handle it. Flow, I was gonna say you gotta go with your own flow. But yeah, go with the flow as water trickles down a stream. Do not worry. That's what I'm saying. You gotta learn. You gotta let it out. Yeah, you have to let it out, and I want to say not detached. You can't be detached when you talk about it. All right. You're all about detachment. I put on a face of detachment damn near every day. That's because bitch got shit she gotta go through, and she can't always sit around, walk around crying. But I know the powers of tears, so I definitely take time to love myself. Yeah, no, I take time to care enough about myself to cry and listen to myself. Because I don't have anyone else. I don't have a sponsor. I don't got no one that wants to listen to me. But I want to listen to me. So that's why I said, if you need to write it down on paper and reread it, you know what I mean? Find your way, find your flow to talk to yourself. Because I feel like ain't no one around that you can talk to, or you just will not talk to other people. Okay. Peruvian lily, strength. More effort will get you what you want. That's what I'm saying. There's something you're not doing properly. More effort in what? I don't know. Something about luck. Mystic star, harmony in the home and great friendship. Okay, so you need to get in a safe environment. Wherever you are, you're getting triggered. All right, with John Quill power, that's a narcissist. So you might have a narcissist in your life. See? Can you see it? Narcissist? John Quill? Okay. So yeah, there's a narcissist in your life, I'm going to say this, wrecking everything. I feel like this is your brain from them. Okay, my ex is a narcissist. Oh, every day I remember all dreams. Okay, well then that makes sense for you to document them. As I said, for me, I don't freaking dream. I dream like once every 6 months, maybe if I'm lucky, once a year. And then like, I don't know. As I said, where's my dream journal? And that's like, what was the last entry? There's no point for me doing that. So I'm talking to the people where there's no point for them to do a dream journal. That's just a waste of my time, a waste of my writing. That's tough for nothing. So I want to say the people that don't have dreams often, that's why I said you got to go find someone. And I feel like even if you are writing them down, I still think you have to discuss them with people. Because I feel like you need to hear other people's stories back. And it'll help give you humility. Oh God, that makes me think of my stories. I'm in a woman's shelter. Everyone around me has been abused. And I'm just sitting there, I'm loudmouth and open, and I don't give a fuck because I'm trying to get through my life and I'm trying to be happy again. And they made me tell everything in those documents. Everything. That lady told me the more details you can give, the better. And I was like, I'm an extremely detail-oriented person. I said, I can give it to you word for word. I'm like a fucking referee. I give it to you play by play. And I was like, and I have my daughter. She should back me up. She was there for 80% of it all. All right? Fucking, my daughter actually tells me, I'm afraid to go to school and come home and have you be murdered one day. And I said, yeah. She says, because I had a dream. And I said, well, we got to get the fuck out of here, my love. And we did. So that's why I say, you got to discuss them with people. You got to co-create with someone. I want to say, I feel like you share your dream with someone, and it could help another person remember their dream, like reclaiming a memory. And then they can tell you about that, and then in turn that gives you something. Trust me, it's like a flow of messages that y'all don't even know you give to each other. I sat around doing it at the shelters with everyone. I would tell my stories, and I would see them like come to an epiphany about something, and then they would tell me something, and I'd be like, oh, okay, and then I would be able to come to an epiphany about something myself. I wouldn't necessarily share my epiphanies, but I would have them, and it's all because I shared with someone, and then they shared back. So as I said, don't be afraid to share your dreams. Don't be afraid to talk about your issues that have gone on in your life. I want to say because it definitely plays out with your sleep and things like this if you're under extreme amounts of stress or just nasty behaviors, I want to say. Okay, but I want to say, I want to say maybe try taking showers before bed. I don't know how that would help, but maybe just rinsing anything that happened throughout the day off of you before you actually tried to sleep. I don't care if you've already showered earlier that day, that's not the point. It's about just cleansing your body with some water. I want to say soak in some salt baths. Try to start cleansing yourself so that, I want to say subconsciously, I want to say you're not so closed off. That's for the ones that don't dream, not for the ones that do. Because Pernilla's like, I dream. Okay. Oh, you don't. Oh, okay. You don't remember them? Fuck. I assume I have them, but I tell people I'm like a robot. I just. And I'm like, damn, how long has it been? Oh, wow, it's been 6 hours. Feels like it's been 5 minutes because I've been looking at nothing but a black screen for fucking 6 hours, apparently. As I said, like, I literally don't have anything. I wake up, like, emotionless. I wake up everything, and it's like, it makes me feel, like, heartless. It makes me feel like I'm not even a human being, I'll tell y'all. That shit makes me feel so, like, what the fuck? Why can't I have dreams? I'm a Pisces. Why can't I have dreams? All right? My faith in my dreams. Maybe one day I will. I want to say one day. That's the key message here. Have faith that one day you're gonna correct the dream. Like it's gonna fix. You won't have a reoccurring nightmare no more. Hope. I want to say you have to give yourself hope. Someone needs to help give you hope. That's why I said you have to talk to people. Conversation. It could be a group of people or it could be just one particular person that you trust. Yes, I wonder where to find those dream journaling people that are interested in discussing them though. Oh, but that's the blockage because you won't discuss them. So if you dream journal, that's your blockage. You're not discussing them. You need to discuss them with people. Only if you're having issues. If your dream journaling is working, then it's working. But if your dream journaling is not working, I want to say discuss them. And if you find the people, I want to say why don't you become one of the people? All right? I want to say discuss your dream journals. If anything, make like an anonymous YouTube channel and read them. Oh. And then you listen to them as a viewer for yourself. I want to say read your shit on a recorder and listen to yourself. Be your best friend right now and say it to yourself. Because writing is fine, but hearing it, vocalizing it, and then hearing it is the key. So you could write it down, and yes, you put it on paper. That's the beginning. But then putting it out there when you talk and say it to others, or even just yourself, or even a recording box, you still vocalized it. You took that energy and you threw it out there. You vomited it out there in the form of words. Words are very important, right? In life, they're extremely important. They're stronger than anyone knows. They matter. So when you say all that into the energy, it's there and it's released, all right? But you caught it on a recorder, all right? So I don't care if you share this with people or not. That was just the first reaction for me because I like to help other people's with other people's struggles. So it's like, if I like to help everyone, and I like everyone to help each other. It's just how it works. But anyways, you got to build people up. What I mean? Everyone's got to help each other. But like, okay, so you have your stuff, and then you listen to it. So you thought it, you released it, and you put it back in, and you get to hear it from your own, I want to say, your own psychic connection. So it's like, especially go back on older stuff, because understand that your psychic nature, you're most likely psychically inclined. If you're having dreams and dream journalings and things like that, that's just visions. Those are just visions, okay? So I want to say, you're having visions. And the older you get, the more visions you'll get, or depending on what you're going through in life is more what will happen, like it'll turn up, So it's like, if you go back, if you say you've been keeping them since you were 12, I want to say go back to when you were 12, now that you're a full-grown adult, and read exactly what you wrote onto a recorder and listen to that shit. And hear your 12-year-old self. And I want to say, and be your 12-year-old's best friend. And baby that 12-year-old, because they're still in you. And they're hurt. Do you see what I'm saying? Not literally that 12-year-old, but I mean just to throw some numbers out there. Will this live be saved? Always. That's the whole reason I do lives, is because I'm too lazy to post a pre-recorded video. This is a pretend pre-recorded video that people show up to, and I conversate with them. Okay, so hi everybody, I'm in Imagination Land, and this is pre-recorded, but we're hanging out. But no, because it's just easier to do a one push button. I mean, that's what I've been saying since the first day I got here, and then the first day I tried it was on my first day recording on YouTube. Reading's done, basically, by the way, for option 1. Thank you for coming. I hope that gave you something, at least a starting point or something. I don't really know what your dreams are, but I know they're just blocking out some, I want to say they're blocking out your tears. And yeah, you need to, like, I want to say, get in touch with your tears and things like this. And I feel like the best way to do that is to go look back at important parts in your life. And I want to say, let them out. All right, I want to say let them out on paper, let them out vocally, and then listen to them. So it's like not everyone can speak and listen to themselves at the same time. So that's why I recommend recording it, so you can listen to it. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed. I want to say it blocks you with romance too. It might cause you troubles with romance. Not sure, but either way, I hope you enjoyed that. I don't remember what I was talking about before. Yes, I will try that. Yes, we said vocal. It really works. Trust me. Coming from someone who like never used to talk and had a lot of issues, the minute I opened my fuck ass mouth is the minute I started to fucking literally be better. All right, like almost overnight. I was like, that's the key. I was like, I just need to listen to me. I need to stop thinking and thinking and thinking, and need to just get it, like loop it back to myself, like as if it's someone else telling me, because it's like, you know what I mean? Like I need a mentor, I needed a friend, I needed something, and I had no one, so I had to become my own friend, and that's how I did it, by just talking to myself. I couldn't talk vocally around myself because my ex would get upset. Oh, hello, Muhammad. How are you? I hope you have a great day today. And I'm doing okay. Best wishes to you too. You're so nice. All right, so option 2, hold on. That's why I wouldn't even go to a therapist. I don't know. I'm not saying all therapists suck ass, but I'm going to say at least 99% of them. I've never been to one, but I just already know I can sniff it out because of the money, how much it costs. I can already tell it ain't real. If it costs that much money, it ain't good. They think that they want to make you think that the more money it costs, the more better the therapist. And it's like, no. I want to say you're the best therapist you'll find is the one that's free. But no one works for free, so it's like I want to say the cheapest your therapist is probably the better. But anyways, Eros. Option 2, Eros. I want to say, it makes me think of being shot and like with a bow and things like this, like Cupid. So it's like, I want to say, and then tears. Okay, so this is like some I want to say maybe some love issues. So with you and your loved ones are safe. Okay, this makes me think of the Beast and the Power. Yeah, man. I have a feeling this is gonna be a repeating theme for everybody, because we have this card and we have Stalk. Okay, so I want to say you've had someone in your life that was, I want to say, has multiple personality disorder. Maybe you do. I'm not sure. But multiple personality disorder is not a big deal if you treat it. And for someone who doesn't treat it, then I want to say you have yourself a really rocky ride. So that's why if you don't have multiple personality disorder, I mean, someone around you did, whether you knew it or not. I feel like this was their brain. If you have multiple personality disorder, then I want to say you probably still had someone with multiple personality disorder around you, but I feel like you treat it. It is very true. It comes in the form of no payment because it comes from God. It's what you can trust the most because it was free. They ain't charging you no money for it. They gave it to you for free. You know, because anyone that gives you that type of good advice for free, I want to say it's because they know that they'll be all right. They don't need to charge for that. They know that shit's gold and it comes back to them. So yeah, and a lot of times people give you the best advice and they don't even know they do it. So it's like, that's why it's nice to talk to anyone. But yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, it's something about multiple personality disorder. I want to say you maybe, because they were likely a narcissist, they might have displayed behaviors of NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, bipolar personality disorder, borderline personality disorder. Like, they might have displayed all these crazy types of symptoms. You might not have been able to figure this bitch out, so I want to say just call them a narcissist, but I want to say they likely have multiple personality disorder and they don't treat it. So I feel like it's a soap opera in their mind at all times. All right, this might have been someone that's a soulmate of yours, so this could be a relative, someone you dated, things like this. Tier, I want to say you care about this person. Humility, I want to say they're mean to you. One of their personalities is probably mean to you. As I'm saying, think about a person. I feel like you don't know this. I feel like because this person doesn't treat them, doesn't get treated, and if this person's not being treated for their what do they call it now? They talked about it on Glass, on that movie Glass. They talked about it. I can't remember what they changed the name to. They changed the name from multiple personality disorder to something else, and I was like, why? What was the point of that? Multiple personality disorder worked just fine with me. All right. I've dealt with people who have multiple disorders. Yes, someone I dated. Oh yeah. But I'm saying, honestly, this is likely, they likely have multiple personality disorder. If I'm seeing what I'm seeing right now, because that's, right, but knowledge, I want to say, yeah, no, they might have been gifted too. They might be gifted with a psychic incline, a third eye, you know what I mean? Whoever it is you talk to. But what does it have to do with your dreams? So it's like, I want to say you need to get some knowledge about something. Yeah, I feel like you need to know this about this person. But either way, this person, I want to say, has traumatized you. Whoever this person with NPD is. I mean, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm telling you, that's the thing. One of their personalities is a fucking narcissist. One of them is a borderline personality disorder. One of them is a fucking bipolar. Like, this person's got multiple layers of mental disorder. And they're not being treated, and there's someone you care about, and that's terrible. Ugh. That's like a burden that you shouldn't have to bear, and I feel like you're burdened by this, and it makes you cry. At least if not now, it did then, and that's why I said this has to be maybe a relative, because I don't know, maybe someone you dated, if they're a soulmate, I feel like, yeah, maybe if you knew them a while, I feel like whether you date them or not anymore, you definitely, you give a shit, and you wish you could have, if you're not with them no more, yeah, you shed tears for this person. I'm gonna say this person had a space in your heart. They took up space. Oh, I'm sad. But anyways, prosperity lies ahead, I want to say. So I feel like your dreams are going to clear up. A lot of times when you have dreams, they're fun. They're good. Their dreams give you knowledge. What's the question? Why are your dreams blocked? I'm going to say, why are they blocked? Because they give you insight. They give you knowledge. They give you things. Good things. I want to say diamonds. Like, okay, well, emotional personality disorder, it makes sense with my ex because I saw sides to him that didn't make sense combined. I am still healing from it. 1 year divorced, lived together for 20 years. Off, Pernilla, yeah, you're a little bit ahead of me. Married 16 years, divorced, well, fuck, that he tried, because he's crazy. He stretched the divorce out by any means possible, but I finally got that shit signed, sealed, delivered. So I'm just waiting on that bitch in the mail. So it's like, it took 8 months for me. 16 years and 8 months, and he's sick as a fucking, like, literally, this is who I'm thinking of right now. This motherfucker crazy as fuck. And it's like, I don't know what happened to them. I feel like they're having terrible dreams. That's what I said. He would have terrible dreams and even attack me after, while he was sleeping. He'd wake up and attack me. Like, I couldn't even sleep next to that motherfucker. Like, and then he'd be like, why don't you ever sleep with me again? I said, because you attack me in your sleep. I do. And I'm like, you don't remember? If that's true, you're batshit crazy. And I tried very hard. 16 years married. I cared. Tried very hard to get him help. But I can't make someone have help. Can't force it. You have to let it go, even if it makes you cry. Because prosperity lies ahead for you. You do not need to, as I said, it's not your burden. You feel like it is because you care about this person and they're soulmates of yours. So this could be, like I said, it could be a family member, it could be anyone to you. You know who they are. And I want to say, that's why it is what it is. Imagination. Yeah, no, they have an overactive imagination and they don't take care of it. But I feel like this fucked with your dreams, though. This has blocked your dreams. I feel like maybe you're afraid to sleep around this person. This person's might have given you sleep issues. If they've ever attacked you in your sleep. If not, I feel like energetically you might have felt they would. This person has extreme PTSD. Alright? Take hold of what you know is yours. I feel like, yeah, no, they're very powerful. They try to control you, things like this. It then sets you off, I feel like, and you have to take time. The kitty. You have time coming, hold on. Curtain. Okay. So you have to take time to get grounded and stuff like that, and I feel like you have to go over all that nasty bullshit you went through with them, all those stupid arguments that they said to you, all that garbage they said, all those things, so that you could pinpoint, like, all of the bullshit, so that you can, I want to say, step out of the mud that they've done, shoved you in, because I feel like they shoved you in some mud, and they kept you there, like quicksand type mud, and it's like, that's because that's where they are, and they won't leave that mud. And you keep telling them, hey man, we're in mud. And they're like, no, we're not. You're in mud. And you're like, no, we're both in the mud. And I'm in the mud because you put me in the mud. Can we leave the mud? And they're like, I'm not in the mud. And you're looking at them as they're sinking. You're like, okay, I'm getting out of the mud. I'm not gonna sink and die in here. I'm not gonna do that. You know. So that's why I said, like, how did it mess with your dreams? I'm not quite sure. But prosperity lies ahead. I feel like you're going to get answers soon. Maybe in my cards. Yeah, I'm going to say overworking. I'm going to say that affects your sleep. Going near some water will help you. That's going to help you get grounded. Because like I said, water filters. So just being near a channel of water helps filter your energy. Because you got to see it as, I don't know if you ever looked at those images of the chakras, like when everyone like lights them up and has them hum from the circles. All it does is make a beautiful geometric shape. All right. So it's like that's your energy field. That's your willpower. That's your sphere. That's your Merkaba, so to speak. That's your energetic sphere. And I feel like it's around you. So being around water and going near it, it helps channel and pull it off of you like a filter. So I can't tell you how many times I walked by a river and like I felt like almost drunk just by walking by a river, like. Okay, and it's funny, when I was young, when I was little, I lived next to water. I feel like, go take a walk around that water. I want to say, like, the vastness of it. Try to pay attention to the vast openness of it. We're trying to achieve 1,000-mile stare. Okay, I used to get 1,000-mile stare every time. First time I ever went to the beach, it was the scariest thing I ever saw, seeing the ocean. I was little. I was probably like 3 years old. I wanted to see it so bad. I lived in Miami, and this was just the first time I went. First time they finally took my ass there, and I went running down the sand, and I made it to the shore. I had to stop, like, oh my, and I like literally went like this. I'll try to angle it so you can see. Like, yeah, I run. I get there, and I'm like, oh my god, and the shore is right here. I'm at the shore, and it went jump, 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 and it just kept taking steps back and back and back, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening? And I ran away, and then I looked back at it, and then it literally, and I was like, that was pretty exciting. So then every time I went to the beach, I'd run away from my family and I'd run to the shore and I would get the 1,000-mile stare. I didn't know it was 1,000-mile stare or whatever the hell that shit's called. But that's what I would get, and I got it whenever I saw the ocean, whenever I saw the water. And I was too little. I hadn't been traumatized yet. You know, so it's like, it was just like, I feel like an awakening for me maybe. I'm a Pisces after all. It's like, maybe it was like, my home. I'm coming, okay, mermaid. I loved that movie, The Mermaid, growing up, where the minute she touched water, she turned into a mermaid. Okay, I like that movie. So I said, you know what I mean? So I want to say you have dreams and you have them. I would say, but they're good. I want to say you might not have trouble with your dreams. You just don't have a whole lot of them. And I feel like it's just because you're under a lot of stress. And if you're still around a person like this, you know, because like I said, it might be a family member, it might be your mother, it might be your brother, it might be, you know what I mean, someone that you take care of, it might be your child, you know what I mean, someone that you care about. I feel like it might be someone that you can't just walk away from, you know, because I could walk away from my ex at the end of the day, even though I didn't really necessarily want to. I did it because he wouldn't get help. But like if my daughter was like that, how would I be able to walk away? I don't know. You know, so it's like, that's what I said, it could be someone you can't walk away from. Diamond, I feel like it's turned you into a hard fucking crisp diamond. Like, you're tough, alright? Yeah, no, I feel like you're very hardworking. I feel like you're a little down, like a melancholy, like, type of business. Like, you might not be depressed, but you're hella like, nah, you know? But prosperity lies ahead. I don't know, dreams. You're gonna have some type of dream. I feel like, excuse me, hiccups. You're gonna have a really good dream. Oh my god, these hiccups. Let me drink some water. Oh. But I want to say you have to talk to this person. That's what it might be for some of y'all. I want to say for some of y'all, the ones that aren't having dreams, the ones that are uncomfortable with their dream situation. I want to say you have to speak to this person. I feel like you have to let them know fully. And if you already have, I want to say that's probably why you're having better dreams. Because that's you releasing them energetically. You have to release this person energetically. He is almost in my dreams. Wait, he is the father of my 3 kids and we communicate several times a week, text and phones. He's almost in all my dreams. I want to say he might be putting himself there because multiple personality disorder, they're psychically inclined. They're magical. They could read tarot. They could do all that stuff. They can. I want to say they're more prone to negatives, the negative things. So they can like sniff out and sense the negative shit that's about to happen. You know, like the bad outcomes. So it's like they could be. I want to say subconsciously dreaming of you, and that's pushing on to you. And I feel like the only way to do that is by strengthening your will, so that way they can't come in unless you let them. Do you understand? Unless you've let them into your space, your energetic space, even if you're involved in talking to them. Unless you've let them in it, like you got to be able to block them out, like body block them energetically so that you can talk to them, but their energy doesn't actually get all up on you. Do you know what I mean? Even if you're texting, even if you don't see this person, it doesn't matter. It's energies. Okay, so the camel, that's why it's okay in the reverse. So it's like, yeah, no, I want to say time alone. I want to say you might be worn down, like I said, like all these women are alone. Okay. Okay, she's alone. She like gave up, threw the flower on the ground. She's alone. She's just cleaning and living her life, trying to pick up the pieces. And then the camel's all alone. Camel's walking around just trying to go find something to do. Camel looks bored. Camel doesn't have sex. Camel barely eats. Camel walks through the desert. Camel don't really do much. But the camel's smart. Knowledge. I want to say you have good memory. Camels have really good memory. I don't know if they're known for that, but I know they do just by their behaviors. I see them do really memory type things. I mean, is it known that camels got good memory? I'm here to state it. If the world don't know, camels got good memory. I mean, I don't care what anyone says about a camel. They got good memory. They might have a memory disorder though, where it's like they're okay. But okay, so I want to say the Jack of Pentacles, and Knight of Pentacles. Cutting. Yeah, so I said this is my X card and cutting it out. That's why I said and cleaning up. Yeah, I want to say if your things are a little messy, I want to say your energetic space is a bit messy. You got to clean it up. As I'm saying, maybe try to find yourself some flowing water so that way you can just walk alongside it and have it pull it off of you. If you could see energy, it would be crazy looking. All right, just imagine things and see it as those bodies of water are flowing with that energy. And you have it swirling around you as well. And like you get near it and it starts to bleed together. And it pulls it off of you, you see? So it might take a few walks. So I'm not saying to walk for hours on hours. I'm saying walk till you feel good. Walk till you know, and then walk home. And then like, do it, I want to say do it often enough. I feel like and then I feel like that'll help you with any type of fog that you might have. And it'll help you also remove any of this X energy that lingers, that they put on you. I don't know if they do it on purpose, because they could do it on purpose. They could have esoteric knowledge. They could go look into that stuff. They have the ability to. With multiple personality disorder, listen, multiple personality disorder is a very special disease, mental disease. Would I call it a disease? I don't know if it's considered a disease, but I'll call it a mental illness. I want to say it's important. It's a powerful one. That's why they struggle with it so hard, because I feel like that's a lot of gifts. It's not easy. I feel like that's it's like being like, you know, having mediumship and things like this, and allow it, like being an empty vessel, and you allow other types of energies in you. Do you get what I mean? They flow into you. Not you, but the person. Maybe you, I don't know. But they flow through you like a mediumship. So it's like this person is a medium at the end of the day. They just don't have control over their mediumship. So they have multiple different personalities, but they're just different energies that have clinged to them, that gave them identity, because they went through something very traumatic that emptied them, you know, that broke them. I want to say it broke them mentally. They've been broken mentally, and then they rebuilt with energetic energies around them. You see what I'm saying? They didn't rebuild from themselves by finding themselves and connecting with their divinity. They were probably young, and it happens. That's how it happens. It happens unsuspectingly, unknowingly. You know, it's like a spiritual attack, and then they cling to them, and they stay in them like a vessel. You know, and then they come out and do whatever, they basically do whatever they want to this person, make this person their puppet. So that's why I said I feel very sorry for people that have this. And to treat it, I feel like they have medicines to treat it, but that doesn't actually fix it. And I don't know, I believe you could be fixed. Me personally, just because I do a lot of fucked up mental work, and I believe anyone can be fixed mentally. Is it that he did such evil things that he lost his soul? Someone could have stole his soul too. Because I'm thinking of my ex, and my ex was like this, and I would say it gets older with time. Like, it's like the more older they get put on a battle. And they got like till the age of 40, literally, because there's something about the age of 40. They had, for men particularly, but maybe women too, not sure. But basically, they got till the age of 40 to beat that shit. And I feel like by the time they're 40, I feel like their mind is spoiled by then. There's no fixing them anymore. They've reached total masculine maturity, and they are who they are. And but before that, it's like they could have done. See, that's the thing. They could have done evil things. It depends on who this person was. This person was a good person at the beginning of their lives. Like, they were born a good person. I want to say someone stole their innocence. Someone stole their soul. That's why I said when their mind broke, it was their soul. Like, their vessel broke, and their soul escaped from their body, from them. And when that happens, because people break you, that's what it means when someone breaks you. You know, I've been broken, and I found me. I never lost me. That's the thing. I don't think I ever got broken. I thought I got broken. It's like he curb stomped me, for fuck's sakes. Who the fuck curb stomps someone when they're not looking? I want to say an evil son of a bitch. I want to say someone with demonic possession. That's what I said. He wasn't the same person no more. Alright? But I could always see that he struggled with some type of crazy shit, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And no matter how much I tried to tell him hey, you should double check yourself. Hey, this looks a little like this. All it did was make that personality angry, and I realized this person ain't fixable. They don't want to believe it. They don't want to see it, and they're upset, and I feel like they've had something where it shattered their mind when they were younger. A lot of kids get their mind shattered because of, like, molestation, getting beat, things like this, and it's like that's likely what happened to him. Because there was some strange email that came in the emails one day from his brother that talked about a whole lot of junk. And I was like, oh, but bam, bingo. I was like, oh shit, you're a secret fucked up person. And I tell him everything about me. He knows everything about me, you know? But apparently he's all fucked up. And I'm like, well, there you go. And he hid all that from me. So it's like, and I had been married to him for about 10 years by then. So, and he had hid all that from me. I think he even hid it from himself, because he's all like, my brother's a big fat liar. And it's like, no, he's not lying. I don't think he's lying. Right? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, I believe it. Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all demonic shit. It's all just terrible. Yes, rape, things like that. Any type of trauma, it can break people's minds. And if their mind gets broken, they have to understand that they don't have their soul anymore. They've lost it. That's why they're empty. That's why they're sad. That's why they codependent. That's why they look for someone else to make them feel better, because there's an emptiness in them, because someone stole that from them. I say stole, not literally like they came over and stole it, but because of what they did to that person, it took it from them, you know? So they have no choice but to find it again, you know? And I feel like if they don't know that, then they won't go find it. Even if you tell them, that's why I said it's a sickness. They have to be willing to care about themselves. And if they're not, if they struggle with narcissism, that's why I said it depends on who this person is. If they were born good, because you're born who you are. At the end of the day, I don't care what happens to you. You are who you are, and nothing will ever change that. So it's like, shit happened to me. I don't think maybe I got broke when I was younger. Maybe that broke me. I'm not quite sure. I don't really know, but I know that I always had to keep hold of who I was and never let anyone change what my life, how I view things. Because a lot of people try to change that about me. Trust broken, yeah, man. Trust be broken. That's why I said this person broke my trust in a way I could never fix. Like, as I'm saying, complete crazy. And I want to say this has caused you issues with your dreams, but I feel like the more distance you get from them energetically, the more chill you will be. Right? The more like that camel's smiling. That camel always makes me laugh, because it's a happy camel. And I feel like that's when your dreams will become diamonds. Like, you can have great dreams. That makes me think you can manifest through your dreams. So I feel like this person compressed you, though. Know that you whoever is resonating with this pile, they've made you into a diamond. Okay, you have the diamond heart. I feel like if you can recognize, accept, listen, and know this, and you appreciate, like, you can totally say, you know what I mean, you can understand this from a mature perspective, like, not like an angry one. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it gets me angry at times, because it's like, why can't you listen? But balancing male and female energies, peace and harmony. They have to have this inner peace in them, and I feel like if they don't, they're gonna have fucked up dreams. Okay, that's why I said they might try to kill you because they have a fucked up dream. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna say, yeah, no, you have to. So I want to say you have to get away from this person energetically, maybe even physically, depending on who they are to you and how much they inflict onto you, how much they push over onto you, because they're definitely someone that's disturbing your energy, and your energy is disturbing your dreams. Okay, because at the end of the day, we're here for dreams, people. All right, I feel like, but therapy is therapy. So it's like, if we just discussing this and seeing that you can see that there's other people out there that have been through what you've been through and completely understand it the same way you do. Like, you're not alone in your opinion, you know. Maybe that'll help right there. That's a really helpful thing to share with people. I can't express that enough. I shared my stories with so many people in those shelters, and they all had humility. They all got, I want to say, they got humbled. They all got humbled because they all have been through terrible things, but I have been through worse. And it was like, I didn't even know it. I'm just telling my story. And they're like, and I'm like, what's wrong? I'm like, aren't you here for being beat up and stuff too? I'm thinking I'm in a safe space and you guys are going to get it. And they're like, and then they do share their stories with me, but it's like, ain't nothing like what I went through. Some of them, yes. Some of them, yes. But not all of them. So that's what I said. Like, I don't know, talking to it with people, I feel like it helps. It helped those people see, holy moly, my ex just slapped me and I walked out. I did the right thing, because it starts with a slap and there's where it ends. This woman here 16 years later with a kid in a shelter, and I'm here now and I didn't have a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I would tell these people, like the ones that didn't have it that bad, I'm like, be thankful. You know, be thankful you found me, and I got to tell you the prediction. That motherfucker's crazy and he's gonna kill you. Get away from them. What made me realize it, though, was because I read some stuff about demonic possession and domestic violence and things like this. Oh, hold on. Crocus. Breathe. Calm, rest, and stop, and just be. That's what I'm saying. Take a time out. I want to say, maybe don't talk to it. I want to say for Pernilla, just to tell you, my goodness, I haven't read anything. Smiling camel. Physical distance. Yes, I want to say, put some physical, even if you put physical distance, if you're still speaking with this person, they're still going to be able to have their energy in you, because energy goes all over. That's why I'm able to talk to people. That's why I'm able to connect with people from in India and things, because it's like their energy can get to me. I'm in a really great place for that because I'm surrounded by rivers. All right, know that your geographical location amplifies your shit. You know what I mean? So I feel like, you know what I mean. Wherever this person lives, if you take them out in the middle of nowhere, I want to say in the middle of the woods, they'll probably be better because they'll be away from water, other people's thoughts, other energies, but they have to be cleansed and they have to be able to look at that fact and they got to be able to kick these motherfuckers out their mind or become best friends with them and combine them into one beautiful person. Do you know what I mean? They have to stop separating themselves because it makes me think of that episode of Teen Titans Go when Raven got separated. They separated her into like 7 different crystals, like the 7 chakras. This person might have 7 different personalities in them. But yeah, and they had to go around. I mean, one was Kissy Raven, where all she did was want to go, and then one was like an angry bitch Raven, and she was trying to kill everybody. And you know what I mean? Like there was one for every type of fucking behavior. And they're like, oh my God, we need to get her back into one person. Because all those were her at the end of the day. She had all those sides to her, but she held it in her. And she was herself. At the end of the day, she was able to keep, you know what I mean? Keep everything in order. So it's like they had to go around and touch it with a crystal and get them all back. And it was funny, but still, just to put a light spin on it. That's kind of how that's kind of what happened to this person. They're all inside their mind there, but they're keeping them separate. So it's like one day you might walk up and they might be the sweetest person ever, and then like 10 minutes later they're not, and it's like, you know. So I want to say, yeah, you have to be calm, rest, stop, and just be. I feel like you have to take a hard look at that, and I want to say really focus on ways to keep them out of your energy. That way, when you do talk to them, like strengthening your willpower. So that way, when you do talk to them, when you visit them, you can even hug this motherfucker. You are so fortified. You're so mentally strong and so aware of them and what they are and what they do and how they pose on you and everything like this. Like, you know their energy. Do you know what I mean? So that way, when you leave, you can still feel the signatures that they've left on you, or like after you talk to them, like you'll feel it in you still. So you'll be able to, you have to go clear it. And so I want to say you have to develop a way to know how to cleanse yourself until you can just mentally do it yourself, because eventually you just kick that shit out of your brain. That's where I am. I endured so much of it. I stuck around so long, endured so much mental anguish from that person that I literally learned every bit, like, okay, well, I know when I'm sitting here, I know when his energy's all up on me, and I know that ain't mine. You know, and it also helped me with reading tarot. You know, so that's why I said, don't ever get upset about the things you go through, because he turned me into a diamond at the end of the day. Okay, thank you. Thanks, my oppressor. You know, it's made me think of Wonder Woman and her mother, how her mother was hard as fuck on her, but it was because she had to become that. So it's like, know that you're an important person, and you had to go through that. Okay, to get hard like this for what? I'm not quite sure. This is about dreams, and we don't know. Perseverance. I want to say, yeah, no, your dreams will clear up. Something with your imagination. I want to say maybe stick to daydreaming. If you're not dreaming, don't sweat it. That's literally what it is. If you ain't dreaming, don't sweat it. I feel like it ain't even protection. I feel like it's just your mind's just turning off. Maybe you're that tired. Or maybe you're not remembering them. It could be anything. And if you're not remembering them, I feel like it's not because it's blocked. It's just because you got too much going on in your mind. You got someone else in there, you know, bothering you. Like their energy's clinging to you. Well, I love the advice of embracing it in him in a new way with this new piece. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you never know what you'll receive. So I feel like you can come at this more refreshed. You don't have to come at it where that's how I treat my ex. I have days where I'm like, you know, go fuck yourself. I fucking can't stand you. Because it's days when I realize that he just still won't help himself. And I snap. And it's like only because like he does stupid things. Like, I mean, like I said, he's trying to keep my things from me. Okay, and keeping my cats and things. Like, he does that to me. One of his personalities likes to fucking hate me. Like, literally. And like it treats me like trash. And they're like, I'm gonna keep these cats so that way it upsets her. Okay, like a 10-year-old would do. And I mean, so, and know that they can have ages too. These spirits, these entities that are clinging to them, these energies, they have ages too. So they'll act that age. I can't tell you how many times he acted like a 10-year-old. Legit. He actually tried to fight my daughter like he was her age. Came up to her like it was a school fight, a girl fight. And I was like, what? I actually came out, yeah, I jumped on him. I had to knock him down. I had to take him down because he was coming after my baby. That's what I'm saying. Like, people are batshit crazy. I never thought in a million years he would do that because he loved his kid. I say loved because he ain't himself no more. He lost himself. Maybe reading that letter is what broke his mind. I always say, you never been the same since you read that letter. And so I said maybe he repressed a memory and his brother exposed that memory and then he broke. And instead of coming to me, the one person he could come to, the fucking Pisces that likes to talk about that type of strange shit, he didn't. And instead his soul escaped. And then when I tell him, hey, you got to reconnect with you, instead he gets mad because now he's got all these other energies in him. And it's like, okay, well, I don't know what to do anymore with this. But yeah, so I said you can take a better approach at it where you can understand them. You know where they're coming from. They're struggling. They're not happy. They're having a terrible life. They're miserable, I want to say. They are miserable. They probably hate themselves more than anyone on the planet. So know that no matter how much they hate you, oh my God, do they hate you? I want to say, well, maybe not you. Maybe it was like one of the people hates someone. I want to say they probably want to murder you. That's why I said one of mine was fucking, he had Nero in him, all right? Fucking Nero, go look it up. You go look up domestic violence with demonic possession. 80% of domestic violence ends in death. Someone dies. 80% of them, okay? So I was like, when I read that, I said, oh, no. I'm that 20%. I was like, oh, no. I was like, and I realized it's because it comes down to kill or be killed. And it's like, oh, no. Okay, so it's like I got the fuck away from there. I'm like, I ain't killing nobody, and I ain't letting him kill me because I'm that 80%. I have an 80% chance that he's going to kill me because I'm not the one who's attacking. He is the one that's attacking me. I have an 80% death rate here. I need to get the fuck out of here. Right? Telling me I even had a 10% death rate. Like, once I realized I even had a death rate, you know what I mean? That's why I said this person's dangerous, but keeping them at a distance is all you need to do. Not living with them, things like that. But I want to say they definitely struggle terribly. So know that, and I feel like cleanse yourself properly once you've been with them. Like, if you start to feel like you're in a mood, remember who they are, and you're like, oh God, that's how they act. Oh God, that's not really me. Because I want to say get away from them for a bit of time so that you can see yourself fully. And you can be like, I was away from them because I was away from him for like 5 months straight. It was amazing, I want to say. I got to do everything I wanted to, think everything I wanted, And I was still the same exact person. I just I still had issues where I felt like I was going to bother someone, you know what I mean? So it's like, other than those lingering issues, I was just like, okay. I'm like, fuck, I'm still me, and that's fantastic. He didn't break me, And that was his job, I want to say. And it didn't work because it's like, probably my dad already broke me. That's what I'm saying. My dad fucked that. That's what I say. He didn't know. He didn't know my daddy. Okay. He thinks he knows my daddy, but he don't know my daddy. But yeah, the tear, and I'm saying like, so now you can, I want to say, cleanse yourself. You can be like, oh gosh, I know that that's them. That's their energy still on me. It's sticking on me. Oh gosh. And then like, I feel like it won't affect you and won't mess with your day and your life and anything you're trying to do with yourself. Okay? You'll be able to dream again. I want to say, you'll be able to have dreams. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that was good. Actually, went pretty deep. What is this? This dream reading is going deep. Going in. I thought it was going to be like an hour long. I was like, I can do this before I take my pills. No, I'm starving. I gotta go take my pills. So option 3, the mentor. Okay. Whew. I want to say that's your energy, likely. The tear. You might be a mentor figure. This guy is over 6 feet tall and 5'3". Oh God. And he told me he was going to beat me as if I was a man. Mine was my height, and I was 90 pounds maybe, and he did beat me like a man. And I beat him back like a man. 90 pounds or not, I took that motherfucker down. Okay, that's why he had to sneak shot me like a bitch. That's why I say, I hope he's listening sometimes. That's why I say, I swear I think he's got this because he's never gone and got it investigated. He's never got the card that's, you know what I mean? He never went to the doctor and says, listen, I have this disorder. I don't care about myself enough to go and figure that out. Because they never did, I have to only assume that you're just a regular human being like me. So that means I can tell you to go away and that you're trash. I can get angry. So that's why I said, I have days where I get angry at him because of the shit that he's done to me. All right? On a child being with me, huh? I survived the demon too, got set up to be stabbed to death. Only thing it makes me think of my ex. My ex stabbed him, his brother. He told me the story of it, and it's like, now that I know my ex, I know that he changes stories. How do I know he changes stories? Because I lived with him for 16 years, and I had stories with him. And when he would tell people stories, they weren't accurate. I'm like, that's not how it went. I would correct him. Like, oh, no, it wasn't like that. I remember how it was. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it was because of his memory or because of his ego, but he definitely would change the story. So I was like, oh shit, how many stories did he change on me? Because I know his brother got stabbed and he had a slit down his tummy from it. And it was from my ex did it to him. All right, some Hollywood shit. This was in Florida. There's some hood rat shit. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would just, you know what I mean? I just demobilize him, you know? He would get hurt. I would tell a lot of people he would hurt himself fucking with me. Because it'd be like natural. Like, he'd come and try to hit me. I put my iPad up and he'd punch my iPad. I got dents on my iPad from him. Because he attacked me once and I hit him in the head with it. And then he runs off. Like, why did you do that? And I'm like, because you attacked me. You crazy bitch. This was right before I left. So that's why this is when it was heated. Like, this was when it was like, the gloves were off, man. I couldn't have my back without, I couldn't turn my back to him. I turned my back to him. The day I left that house, I had a big bruise on my back because he took a fog light and threw it at me. And it hit me dead in the middle of the back. And it's only because I walked away while he was screaming at me with spit and everything. He used to spit on me too. That's the thing. He was all like, I won't touch you, but I'll spit on you. You don't know how much spit he spat on me and my daughter. Sick. A sick individual. So I said, demon. All right, because I would never have married that. Okay, and then I leave. Why are you leaving? Don't leave. We can work this out. I said, you're unwell. I said, we can't work anything out until you get well. And he went from being to, and the police officer there was looking at him like, whoa. And I'm like, yep, that's what I deal with. You're fucking crazy and you don't want to admit that you're fucked up. Listen, everyone in this world is fucked up. Everyone's been through things. Stop feeling like a victim. Stop victimizing yourself. All right? Stand the fuck up. All right? As I said, something happened to him and he couldn't handle it. You know? And he was with the perfect person to help him get through it and he didn't do it. All right? So I left. No sympathies. No love. And then he steals my pets. Like, I thought you would think that maybe that distance of leaving and not talking to somebody, you know, and then they have their time to really get their shit together, maybe took a look at themselves. No, all he did was blame me with it. He went and got a girlfriend, and then he tells the girlfriend all these crazy lies about me to make himself get pity from a girl. And all he did was lie to himself, vocalize those lies, and now he believes them because he's crazy. So it's like, and now he's stealing my cats because he thinks he's doing everything the right way. He's mentally ill, and he won't get help, and I got no sympathy for that. All right? I texted him yesterday, like, where are my cats? Where at? Fuck you, he says. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Fuck you too. All right, luck is on your side, I want to say. So the mentor, I feel like, okay, with the mentor and power and humility, I feel like you're someone that's really solid mentally. All right, you and your loved ones are safe. I feel like you protect. What does it have to do with your dreams, though? Luck is on your side. I feel like you have dreams, but you don't remember them. That's for sure. Because that moon right there is like having a dream about the darkness in my dreams. Why is it there? And the walls, always walls. Okay, well, I'm about to talk about the darkness in your dreams. That's what I'm saying. There's some darkness here. That's your dream. Your dream is dark. It's eclipsed. Okay? Maybe moon cycles affect your dreaming. I want to say night owls. I want to say maybe sometimes you can't even sleep. You might stay up a lot. I want to say you're very protective. Okay, destiny. Excuse me. I'm gonna say you're very protective over something. I'm not sure. I want to say your mind. No, wow, you're very protective over your mind. It's like if someone was to walk up to you and tell you, and try to humiliate you, I don't think it would work. It's making me think you're very mentally strong. So I just make what's blocking your dreams out. I don't know. I want to say it's a time thing. It's like a divine timing thing. Like you don't choose when you get to dream anymore, or at least right now. I'm not sure. We'll try to get more details on why, but I feel like it's definitely something you can't change. Yeah, the butterfly, a transformation has to happen, and it hasn't happened yet. Take flight, all right? You have to take flight somehow, like spiritually. No, it wouldn't work because I know who I am. I'm Sagittarius, the archer. Oh yeah, no, Sagittarius, that's the thing. You can't really change a Sagittarius. That's why I said I'm a Sagittarius rising in tropical astrology. Okay, that's why I got such beautiful hair. Thank you, Sagittariuses. All right, y'all got beautiful ass hair. And I got that shit because of having that Sagittarius rising for tropical. But yeah, I want to say, yeah, no, you can't change it. I want to say you trigger these types of people because you're fun, you're outgoing, you're exciting. And I want to say you're like, I was telling, I met a Sagittarius girl that I was in a shelter with. And she was telling me about all the different boys that she dated and all the different ways they treated her and stuff. And I'm like, it's because you're a Sagittarius. I said, they're fucking jelly of you. I said, they wish they could be you. You're the life of the party. She was like 20 years old. So she was the life of the party. She's the type of bitch. She worked at a bar even at one point. She was like, well, a lot of people work at the bar, but the bar she worked at, she was like, I used to sit there and drink all day. That she'd get on top of the bars and dance and have a good time. And her man couldn't handle it. All right? She was faithful to him, but he couldn't handle that person having that much fun. So that's what I said. You make a lot of people get in their feels because you have fun. Alright? I feel like the people that don't like to have, people that wish they could have fun, I don't know. That's what I say, like, you cause a lot of jealous. Alright, with that. But butterfly, some type of transformation has to occur. Oh, it says, all that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. I feel like, okay, yeah, no, like maybe this reading here, I feel like it's going to help you particularly. I'm not sure why your dreams are blacked out. But as you can see, there's something about your safety. It has to do with your safety. Okay, I feel like you might be energetically unsafe, and you don't know it. Unsafe, not like it's gonna actually get to you and hurt you, but I feel like that's making me think of like stubbing your toe often, or dropping your iPad. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that person's energy maybe sticks with you. One of their little personalities sticks around you a little, and I feel like it causes disruption. There you go. You have a disruption going on in your home energetically. And I feel like it causes your subconscious to feel unsafe. And I feel like that might be why you're not able to remember your dream, because whatever dream it was, it's not meant to be seen right now because you can't fully view it properly. You'll get the wrong idea about the dream. The dream will give you the wrong impression because of what's going on around you. It's distracted you too much. And it's kind of like if you read tarot, I don't know if you're a tarot reader, but like, you know how you have to go in with an intention. You got to make sure your mood is clear. You got to make sure your mood is calm. You got to make sure you're you. You know, you might have went out and hung out with fucking anyone. You might have hung out with the worst person on the planet. And then, like, you come home, you know, and you got to make sure that energy is off you, because when you read those cards, you want it to be from your own intuition. You don't want no one polluting it. As I said, your energy space is polluted. And if you were to have this dream, it's a very important dream. It's a dream that you're supposed to have. It's a destiny dream. It might be a dream you've had in the past that you don't even know. It's something like this, but it's blocked from you because, and it's lucky. It's good. That's why I said this is a good thing that it's blocked. It has to do with your heart. Okay? And it's blocked because if you saw this dream now, you'd be like, oh my God. And then you would have the whole wrong idea. You would read the dream wrong. You would interpret it wrong because of the energies around you polluting, I want to say your quick thought, your what is it called? Your reactions. There you go. Like your intuitive reactions. Oh, cool. That's nice. You're trying to get out of here. Well, good luck to you. It'll happen. You know, it'll happen on a day you never expect. All right. I woke up that day. I wasn't expecting nothing. All right. Worst part about it is because of what I was going through with my ex. I couldn't call the police on him because he was the type of person that would probably kill me if I did. So I could never call the cops. I had to hope that my neighbors would, and they never fucking did. And they heard everything. And they never fucking did. Right? The child. Okay, you have children. And I feel like you have to keep them safe. Your children, I want to say, they're not dreaming good neither. They're not that they're dreaming bad. No, I don't see bad dreams. No, don't worry. Your children aren't having bad dreams. I feel like, but they're not really dreaming either. They're kind of blocked too. You know, that makes me think that you and your children, you have some type of ancestral stuff going on. Like you and your children, I want to say, have very powerful minds. Just like I was telling about how my daughter, she can have dreams. Her dreams line with my daydreams. Okay? And that's some fucked up shit because it all ends with me dead. And I'm like, I don't want to die. Okay? I already did it once. I'm not doing it again. Okay? I'm not doing that again. And I had to literally, I remember that it was like, I didn't know what to think when I was dead. Everyone's all like, there's a bright, well, no, there ain't. It's nothing but a dark, empty nothing. There ain't nothing when you die. It literally, lights go out, sound goes gone, and you're done. And you're like, what? And I literally just was like, well, I said to myself, well, that's some fucked up shit. I said, I have a baby, and then I die right after. And I said, what the fuck was the point of having the baby? I said, I can't die. I said, she won't have a mother. I said, the actual fuck. And then I literally, all of a sudden, started to be able to see again. And I was like, I don't know. 10 years later, I realized that I made a wish. You know, that's what it was. And I heard that when you're on your deathbed, like when you're right on the verge of dying, that your heart's truest wish comes true. Okay? So I feel like that's probably what it was. I just wished to be her mommy and take care of her. And as you can see, who her father was, he was like a bag of who knows, bag of snakes, all different ones. Like there's cobras, there's corals, there's all sorts of snakes in that bag. And like, what kind of child would he have raised? All right, he probably would have abused and hurt her and beat her and things like this. He was beat, so things like that. As I say, some destiny. It's definitely destiny that you're not supposed to. I want to say it might upset you. The dream might upset you. And you don't want, it might be a premonition of something. That's probably what it is. You might be having a premonition, and I feel like your subconscious is like, no, you're too fragile, you're too soft, like you know, you're too not now. You can't handle seeing this dream because it's a premonition. And it's gonna hurt you, and they don't want you. Yeah. Your subconscious doesn't want you to have to deal with more mental anguish that could break you. You know what I mean? Like I feel like with the infinity, with the 8, I feel like you're on. You mean like you have like the infinity, like you're. You know what I mean? How they put the infinity above someone says like you have mental stability, and they're worried that that dream could break that. You know, break that cycle that you've looped your mind into, like of being stable, strong, and whatever you're working on. I want to say keep doing what you're doing, things like this. But butterfly, I want to say, yeah, no, that's more about when it's time, it's time. When it's time for you to take flight, it's time for you to take flight. Like you don't even get to choose. So this dream's going to come when it's time. And it's going to happen after some type of transformation. You are so good at resisting to things. Even the darkness in my dreams, I can. Oh, well, that's fantastic. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. I know it's gonna happen. I'm not with the demon boss anymore. Just stuck in a trailer park full of narcs. Oh god. And that day the same games every day. I know I would have. Okay. You need to get away from that trailer park. That's why, okay, you must be that energy. I'd be talking about trailer parks around here. I don't know anyone in a trailer park. I knew a few people in a trailer park. You know, Canadian trailer parks ain't nothing like American trailer parks. Let y'all know. Canadian trailer parks are fan-fucking-tastic. All right, they had the Trailer Park Boys. Fantastic show. I ain't never seen no trailer park like that. I'm sure they do exist, but they are not that common. But every single fucking trailer park in America is like that, if not worse. But, I've been to so many trailer parks. Okay, I had a lot of friends who lived in trailer parks. Okay, but anyways, okay, let me get back on focus. Okay, so it's strong self-belief and a sense of self-worth. That's why I say your confidence is great. I feel like this is gonna make do something to your confidence. I don't know, courage. It's gonna require confidence, courage, bravery, strength, belief. All right, and then retreat. That's why I say you're gonna have this dream, and I feel like you're gonna need time out. You're gonna need to retreat. You're gonna need, I want to say, time to rest, because I feel like this dream is very. It's like I said, it's like a premonition. Okay, so you can't see it right now. It's not time. Okay, the mentor. I feel like that's your higher self coming in. Your higher self is keeping you from it. So that's why it's been blocked off. I want to say. So what can I do to prepare myself to have mental stability? Self-awareness. That's what I would say. I feel like you already have the stability, you have the strength. We just have to make you see it. Okay? So that's great. I feel like you don't have to actually develop the strength. It's there. You just have to see it and know how to see it. So that's why I said you have to get in touch with the things you like and like your personality, you know what I mean? And try how do I explain that? Okay, what I do is like when I start to have something that bothers me, I'm like, why is it bothering me? And I'm like, oh, because this, that, and the other happened with him. And now he's got me all bothered about it. And I feel like because everyone's going to treat me the way he did when I do that. And then things like this. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that's all because of him. So then I say, okay, I'm going to test this on other people. I do a lot of people experimenting. All right. Not like rudely. it's my own humility. It's like I put my ass out there. And it's like I don't use other people to do it, but I have to talk to others to do it. So I go out there and I do the opposite. I'm like, this person fucked with my confidence. They told me that. Let me give you an example. They've shot you down. Come on, think about it. What did they told you? I don't know. Okay. About autism. Okay. I have a simian line. I have two simian lines. I'm not sure if you know what a simian line is, but it's like the big baller of palm lines. Like, there's only like 1.5% of the world got them or something. I don't know. They like to try to make a bitch feel special. But I want to say it's a very rare thing, though, to have two simian lines. And basically, to be a functioning person with a simian line is really hard. That's what makes it so rare, because there's lots of people born with simian lines, but the majority of them are born with autism. So I used to make the joke. And I was like, I'm a functioning autistic, and I probably really am. But he took that, and he literally started calling me a retard all the damn time. Anytime I did anything wrong, it's because you're retarded. It's because you're retarded. It's because you're retarded. And it's not. I know it's not. It made me mad every time. If it made me mad, it's because I disagreed. So I'm like, this motherfucker's an asshole. But then when I get away from them, and I naturally have a different angle of talking to people because I don't want them to think I'm retarded. So I'm like, I try very hard to be a certain, away so they don't do what he did to me. And then I realized, hold the phone here. He was a fucked up individual. Let me be myself around people and see how they really feel. And that's why I started my channel. Okay? And it's been growing, and it's slow but steady. As I said, I'm not sitting out there pushing it. So it's like, I don't expect it to be like, ba-boom. I mean, but it's doing pretty fucking good on its own. So it's like, that's why I say, like, it turns out I'm not so fucking retarded. You see what I'm saying? Point proven. And it sounds harsh, but that's literally the way I have to do things. So I'm not telling you to be harsh on yourself, but that's just an example. I want to say, when you have some type of insecurity on your confidence or your courage, whenever you feel unbrave or not strong, or you don't have belief, like whenever you feel the opposites of these things, ask yourself why. Why are you feeling like that? What made you feel this way? And it's probably going to date back to this person or somebody, someone that was a narcissist in your life. And I want to say, you have to realize, hold the phone. Were they right? And if they were, I feel like self-acceptance. And then you're stronger. And then if they're wrong, I'm going to say you have to figure it out somehow. You have to either know yourself, like, oh, hell no, that person's wrong. Like, when he tells me I'm crazy, I'm like, no. All I'm doing is speaking your language, okay? Because that's how you talk. So I have no choice but to talk to you like that, because you don't listen to me like a normal person. That don't make me crazy. Just because I can be crazy don't mean I'm crazy. I can go to crazy. I'm a Pisces. I can go there. I can go batshit crazy. But then I go right back to being myself. Because at the end of the day, I am myself. I'm in the middle of those two fish. I'm not actually one of them two fish. I'm chilling in the middle. That's how I see it. And I'll ride one of them fish for whichever one I need, But it's like, that's what I say. Oh, Rosa. That's actually cool. Maybe someone's going to be named Rosa that watches this. But yeah. So yeah, you just need to, I want to say, you have to reevaluate. You have to rebuild your own confidence. And I want to say, use friends to do it. Make some friends or talk to people, things like this. And with your insecurities, you know what I mean? Like with humility card, you have to, I want to say, expose your own insecurities to people and see how they behave. So that way you can know, you know what I mean? You can reinforce your own thoughts of you. Do you know what I mean? Because I always knew people liked me. I've always had everyone like me. Everyone's always enjoyed me as a person. Anyone that's ever hung out with me or dated me or when I was friends with me, when I was in school, everyone was always real nice to me. Always tried to be my friend. Everyone always thought I was funny. You know what I mean? Like, these are things I've always known about myself. Am I boasting myself? No, these are things that I've noticed that people notice of me. So then when this person tries to tell me, I mean, yeah, he'd say I'm funny. It's not like he just constantly it's not like he never gave compliments. I'm not saying that. We're not pitchforking this person. But that they did definitely, the parts that they were jealous of, I want to say, because narcissists, people with these, they deal with jealousy, extreme jealousy. And that's one of the reasons why they're so upset. But, and I want to say, you did something and it made them jealous or whatever, so they attacked you with it. They've tried to make you feel some type of way about doing that because they don't like you doing it. For whatever reason, it bothers them, they are jealous of it, it doesn't matter. It triggers them. And it's like probably something you do that's human nature, so it's like, or just a part of your personality. And it's like, just because they didn't like that part of your personality, understand this person was messed up. So just because they didn't like that part of you doesn't mean everyone else doesn't. You know what I mean? So it's like there's certain, you know what I mean? You have to like re-explore and find yourself. And the more you know yourself, the more you'll be able to literally, I want to say you could probably go hang out and have dinner with this motherfucker and hang out with him just because you'll be able to separate your energy from his clearly because you'll know exactly who you are and the parts to be proud of. You know what I mean? You'll know all of you and them. And there's parts of y'all that you share, I want to say. There's definitely things. Y'all dated. Y'all were together. So there's definitely a connection there. So there's going to be like a way to connect with this person mentally. But you, I want to say you definitely, you got to be able to know like where y'all match and where y'all do not. Because the lines get blurred the longer you're with someone that's like this. And that's the whole point. They're literally they're hollowing you out because I don't know why everyone's got their own reasons, but it's usually majority is just jealousy. Alright? But yeah, the retreat. Spoil yourself in the morning mist, breathe in nature's sweet scents. Maybe go on morning walks, I want to say. Something with butterflies, nature. Maybe something with animals. But yeah, I want to say, don't worry about not seeing your dream. Don't let it stress you. Your higher self is here, and it's saying, don't let it stress you. Luck is on your side. So it's a good thing that it's not happening right now because I feel like it's like I said, it's like some type of premonition, and it's a premonition that you're not going to want to see right now, and you might read it wrong, and then it doesn't change destiny, so you can't change destiny, but you can I want to say delay it, you can run from it, you can misconstrue it, you can do all sorts of things to it, but everything is scheduled, and that's the thing because we have free will. Even though you're scheduled to do this destiny or this particular thing in your destiny, because lots of things happen that are destined to happen in you, right? So I'm going to say maybe you're supposed to go to the grocery store and it's your destiny to go to that fucking grocery store. This is the dumbest example, but that's how we're going to do it. So I'm going to say you're supposed to go to the grocery store and it's like, that's your destiny. But I'm going to say you said, fuck it, I'm going tomorrow because you have free will. You can change that. But at the end of the day, you still need bread, milk, cheese, eggs, and butter. So you're going to take your ass to that grocery store. That's your destiny. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta get your ass there. And then you might even say, fuck it, I'm not going, I'll go the next day. And, you know, but eventually, you're gonna end up there. Destiny's knocking and they'll make you end up there. You'll have no more food. You know? So, I mean, you can apply that to anything really serious. That wasn't really the best example, but I mean, it gets it out there. But I want to say retreat. I want to say create space with this person so that you can remember the parts that you guys were similar with, because I feel like there is a connection with this person, obviously. So it's like the parts of you guys that you match on, you know what I mean? You can separate them from the parts that they've pushed on you, the parts that they've tried to make change about you. You know what I mean? It's all about self-identity, remembering you truly, truly, truly. And once you do, I feel like you can talk to anyone, you can handle anything. You'll have incredible self-confidence. You'll have the most courage, all right? And you will be so like self-loving. Spoil yourself. Like that's about self-love. I want to say definitely lots of self-love. You know, like right now, my ex thinks I owe him money. He swears I owe him money. I owe him money. I'm like, motherfucker, you owe me my life. You know what I mean? You damn near tried to kill me, and you owe me, motherfucker. I don't owe you fucking shit. And I don't even ask you for anything, so leave me alone. We don't owe nothing to no one. That's all I see is, let's be done with this, because you don't want to work with me, so we're done here. And they're like, no, you owe me. And so it's like, at the end of the day, I want to say, no, I don't owe him. But I can still go over there and talk to him about all that and things that I supposedly owe him, and then I can leave and be like, ugh, you know what I mean? Get that motherfucker off my energy. Okay, transmute. That's what I said. You got to be able to be walk in transformation. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Yeah, robots in the skies. Okay, that makes me think you're Fox energy. Okay, so yeah, I want to say you definitely have, I feel like you have an unbreakable mind. That's probably what it is. I feel like you are unbreakable. With the 8, yeah, you might be a life path 8, but I feel like you have an unbreakable mind. 6, the mentor, lovers. Yeah, your higher self is like here, and I feel like, So even with that dream, that's what it is. It might mess with your head. That's what it's making me think. Something happens that makes you, as I said, it just delays destiny, and it makes everything get messy. Because the more you fight destiny, the more messy things will get, because destiny has to eventually come in and make that shit happen, you know, because it's eventually it reaches the time. Like, you have this much time to do it yourself before we force the hand, you know, and once they force the hand, they do it, man. They don't care what happens. They issue karma to anyone and everyone around you just to to put you on your destiny. So you become like this. I want to say people probably call you a curse even, and it's like no, it's because you're off your path and you need to get away from it. And anyone that steps in the way of your path gets, I want to say, gets like psychically attacked almost, like, you know what I mean. But that's your higher self, that's your spirit squad, that's your team, that's your, you know what I mean, that's them keeping that shit away from you. While I feel like you just need to heal, you need time. And I feel like that dream's gonna come out of nowhere one day, bam, and it's gonna make you like almost like come out of your cocoon and stretch your wings out like the butterfly does, like the first time. You know, if you ever seen one of those little videos, like if you ever go to a TV store, I've always seen them at a TV store, okay, at the Radio Shack and shit. They come out of their little cocoon, okay? Yeah, you're gonna stretch your wings, and you're gonna finally be able to be free, right? Because this is like that, something like that. What is that? Oh gosh, I gotta take my pills. Okay, well, I think that's all I got for you. I didn't really get to read too much, but I want to read all of this. Your life path 9, that's interesting. I had a friend that was life path 9. That's a good life path to have. I'm a life path 3. Okay, I told someone I was a life path 3, and they went and looked it up, and they're like, well, that makes sense. And I was like, don't it now? I was like, I am the life path 3. I just fucking dance around, and but I have constant chaos that follows me because of it. But the more chaos I have, it's because I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing the right things. If I'm trying to do me and I'm not going anywhere, I'm not helping people, things like this, then a lot of karma starts happening to me. My house will even burn down if I don't. Like, that's some fucked up shit, man. All right. Wow, this was a really good conversation. I would love to read it. Hold on. So your reading's over, so I want no pressure here. I want to be able to read this and talk to y'all. I'm talking to y'all like you're here. So if you're here, you can stay. But if not, that's fine. I like I said, I'm all about the energy. So it's like you'll still feel that I'm talking to you. You'll feel it. So thank you, Zena. And it's love you. Get some breakfast. I know I'm starving. I hope you have a great day. Those are great too. They all have strengths and challenges. Okay, I'm going to end up reading backwards. Thank you so much for the reading. You're welcome, Pernilla. I hope it gave you a whole lot. Remember, it might have only gave you a certain amount. You might need more, but it'll come in time. And I feel like you got enough for the day, hopefully, and that'll help get you at least going where, you know what I mean, in the right direction. Okay, back to where I was. Where was I? Because there was a whole lot of interesting stuff. Okay, yay. Okay, here we go. Where to find those dream journaling people? It makes me laugh. Where are y'all? I don't know. If I had dreams, I would dream journal and share it with everyone because I don't give a fuck. Like I said, I don't know. I never was someone to care. But then I had someone who constantly chipped me down, so it's like I tried to just, I don't know. It made me put second thoughts in my mind, you know? Right now, my dreams are about darkness around me wherever I go. That's just terrible. That's what I'm saying. That sounds like when I died. It was literally dark. I fell off a toilet. It was terrible. There was so much blood. I was so fucked. And all I kept doing was telling people, I'm fucked. I'm not well. And they're like not listening. And it's so funny. The guy that I met, that's probably why I survived. That's why I always thank this guy. He pushed me in a wheelchair. The guy that brings you up to the nursery, he's not even a nurse. He's just an au pair. No, an au pair is like a nurse. I mean, like a nanny. This person was just a volunteer for the hospital. And my baby's already gone. She's in the nursery upstairs. I'm getting stitched up and fixed because I'm ripped to shreds because they made me hold it. And I'm bleeding everywhere, whatever. They fixed me apparently. They didn't. And then I go ahead and get in my wheelchair to go upstairs. And the person that takes me is, like I said, he's not even a medical person. He's just some guy that volunteers, that pushes people around the hospitals. I try to get a job doing that. That's how I know this job exists. You don't gotta have nothing. You just gotta be a person. And I was like this in the elevator, and I'm like, oh god, now I can't stop breathing heavy. And he's like, are you okay? I said, no. I said, and I keep telling them I don't feel well, and they don't listen. And then he's like, well, listen, there's a lot of people in this hospital, he says, and they're really sick, and they're dying, and they're unwell, they have cancer, they're healing, they're trying, they're fighting. And I'm like, what is your point? I'm like, this isn't what I want to hear right now. He's behind me holding the chair, like, because we're just waiting in the elevator. He says, but you're here because you gave a baby. You had a baby. And they're like, you created a life. They're like, you're not you know what I mean? It's not a disaster. It's not because of a health issue. He's like, you're wrecked because of it. They're like, but you're here because you were creating life, not because you were fighting to keep it. And I was like, well, I didn't say it, but I'm thinking, fucking fighting right now. And he was like, you know what I mean? He's like, so there's a power in that. He's like, so know that. He's like, and even though he says, because he says, you're going to have to recover from this. He says, it's like a surgery. And I was like, oh, I know. I said, they even did all this stuff to me. And then he's like, yeah, he says, there's plenty of other people that have been surgery, they're all stitched up and they're fucked up just like you right now, but it's because they're sick and they can't necessarily get better. It was from having a baby. You know, they're like, it's a gift. So I was like, well, that's really cool. 15 minutes later, I die. So I feel like maybe he helped me. Okay, maybe his messages are like, I can't die. I just had a baby. This ain't supposed to happen. Homeboy in the elevator told me I was going to be fine. Okay, so yeah, that's what I said. But I knew he didn't have medical advice. So that's why I don't. But he was right. It was a really positive way to look at it. I told myself, I wonder how many people he's told that to. But yeah. No, I probably do astral travel. Maybe people do. I feel like, yeah, that might be what y'all do. I don't do anything when I sleep, man. Will this be saved? Yes, you're such a cliche. Vocalizing. Yes, I will try that. Okay. Hello, hi, okay. Yes, the beautiful therapy, the best therapy is free. They know they are doing God's work. Exactly, that's what I say. Okay, I have dealt with people who have, okay. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, multiple personality disorders. It makes sense with my ex. Okay, gosh, man, that's just, ugh. Okay, it'll get better. I'm like that. I'm like homeboy with the wheelchair right now with y'all. Like, it's gonna get better. Okay, don't worry about it. And I feel like they made you a diamond at the end of the day. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. And I feel like it's your destiny to be the diamond. Okay. So yeah, it is hell. You truly get me. Oh, that's great. Yeah, well, I've kind of been through the same exact thing. Okay, Pernilla, it's tough, but yeah. But yes, it's scary to sleep with someone who's crazy. That's what I'm saying. I don't sleep well because like I'm on pins and needles, and I'm someone who sleeps like this. I mean, no snoring, but my mouth's wide open. I'm drooling and I'm like knocked out. Like you don't even hear the alarm. But I mean, I couldn't sleep no more. I was like, what's that noise? Something happened. Because the minute that motherfucker moved next to me, I'd roll away. Like I would roll off the bed damn near, like, whoom, because I knew he was coming. And he would start literally punching and beating the pillows where I was sitting. And I was like, thank fucking God I moved. I just knew to move. I was like, what? Rolled. I almost rolled off the bed. We had a king size, so there was room. I rolled, all right? I got the tuck and roll. Just tuck and roll. That motherfucker's coming. You know, and then I tell him about it the next day, and he's like he literally treats me like I'm lying, and I'm like, okay, homeboy, like you should, bitch, be humble. You ain't perfect. Something's wrong with you. Let's talk about it. He didn't want to talk about it. He's perfect. He's a narcissist. Okay. Yes, he attacks me during sleep without my knowledge. It's, oh, goodness. Without your knowledge, Jesus. Without your knowledge, no permissions, none of that. That's why I said you don't enter without permission. Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, I would say, honestly, salts. Salts really help pull it out of your body even. Chemicals, toxins, you know? My God, yeah. Okay, how do I block them out? I do energetic blockage is every day and try not to think / manifest them in my thoughts. Really difficult, so I try to distract myself with indulging in Netflix. I'm gonna say that's fine. I feel like that's fine. That's your first step, and it's like I feel like things take time. Some more than others. Remember, 20 years. Okay, Pernilla, you were with them for 20 years. It's not that easy. You made a life with this person. You know what I mean? Like you literally created something together. You know. Now y'all don't have that no more. So it's like there's. You know what I mean? Whether you know what I mean? Whether you want to or not, I feel like the thoughts of them will still remain because 20 years is a long time. Okay. Do I say water is better than nature? Fuck, I say both. Okay, I would go walk to the lake here. I got the water and the trees because they got a gang of bushes and like a gang of parks. So I would say both, but I want to say whichever you feel like. Both are extremely beneficial, but water is going to help really work faster. Water will be faster because it's a filter. That's what I said. It's a liquid and it'll get you there faster. it'll pull it off of you and things like this. Grounding kind of just dissolves it, if that makes sense. So like, and if you do go into nature, I want to say you have to take your shoes off. You have to connect to the ground. You have to have your feet on that ground in order for it to actually like pull it out of you, because you got to see it as like a grounding wire, like electricity. Okay, you can't have anything electric without a grounding wire. So you have to see it as your electric, your brain. It's all electrical currents. So your brain has the currents. I want to say then they're out of flow, like because of what you've been going through. They get crossed up and crossed in, balled up. And you have to actually take yourself into nature, I want to say, and just stand on the ground, and it'll literally ground you like a grounding wire does for electricity. Okay. So, I recommend at least 5 minutes a day for like a week, right? But the longer the better. If you could go hang out, that's why I love to go to the beach, because I get to take my shoes off and stand around on the ground. I can't even, I'm afraid to go in my yard without my shoes. Who knows what's in that grass? I just moved here and I don't know. Like I said, there was furniture, there was all sorts of shit in my yard. All right? So, yeah, so I want to say they're both great. You just got to work them, do them. I want to say water is probably the easiest, because it's probably easier just to find a channel of water and walk near it, and it'll do that. With nature, you kind of got to like get into seclusion, like all by yourself, and like I said, even take your shoes off and kind of spend some time doing it. It takes longer. It's a little, so it's more time consuming. So it's whatever you want to do. I would say do a mixture. Okay. Is it that he did such evil things that he lost his soul? Very well could be. He is 40 now. Oh, I bet. That's what I'm saying. That's what happened to mine. And I feel like if I left right before he turned 40, like a month before he turned 40, I told myself that was probably the day I was going to die. It was the day he turned 40. Because I'm telling you, me and my daughter were having premonitions about me being killed. All right, no. I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here. And he kept telling me, Roar of the Roses. And I'm like, what is that? He's like, it's a movie. And I'm like, what? And then it turns out it's this movie where these people kill each other. They fight so much that they kill each other, and they're dying. They're like bleeding and dead in the middle of their fancy living room or some shit. That's what he tells me. And I'm like, bro, that's not my life. What is wrong with you? And then my daughter's telling me, I had a dream where I came home and you were killed. And I'm afraid to go to school. I don't want to leave you here with him. She's walked in on him choking me. I called her for help. Thank God I could squeeze it out before he cut me off. He choked me so hard I couldn't breathe or talk or speak. It was that tight. There was no more. I was done. But I got it out right before he fucking did it. And then she came in. And then he stopped. As I said, I had to get the fuck away from him. He is a Muslim and I was too. I left him and then Islam and that made him crazy. And he indulged in so many shitty stuff after I left. He is 44 now. See, mine, he's a Jehovah's Witness. He ain't nothing. He don't do no religion, but he definitely acts like he's Jehovah's Witness. And boy, did he get mad when he realized that I knew more about religion than him, just naturally. Because he realized that I had a mother that talked nothing but religion to me all day. That's all she did. My mom was like one of them people that sit there and watch the Gospels on TV, all right? She ain't a Christian or Catholic or nothing. She is what she is, but damn, she definitely reads her Bible. She donates, you know what I mean? Like she goes to church on Christmas, things like this. She's got her own faith that she follows, and she's been talking to me forever about it, ever since I was little. And I don't think he realized that. All he did was go to the Jehovah's Witness hall, and now he thinks he knows about religion. He read the Watchtower like once in his life, and he's like, I'm more religious than you because I have a religion to slap on my forehead, and you don't. You're an atheist. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I just don't need a label for my religion. I have security in my religion. I don't need someone to tell me what's going on in my religion. I don't need a preacher to tell me what the Bible says. I can read it my damn self. And I can figure it out myself. All right? Me sharing my story has been difficult as he gossips. Oh, God. Yeah, to officials and friends and family. That's what he did with me. He tells anyone he can all this crazy shit that I most likely did. Oh, I probably did it. But let me tell you, if I did it, it's because he hit me or he did something first. He caused it. He approached me. He attacked me. You know what I mean? Anytime he ever got hurt, it's because I got hurt. Yeah, I almost bit his thumb off. Why? Because he was choking me and he was stuffing his thumb in my mouth. So I bit it. And then his complaint is, she's crazy. She dared to bite my thumb off. And I'm like, tell the beginning of the story where you're crazy and you attacked me and stuffed your thumb in there. And that's why it got bit. Like, I didn't just walk over to you and bite your thumb. I was like, you put that thing in my mouth and I wanted you off me, so I bit it as hard as I could. I went Mike Tyson on that, all right? He was my Vander Holyfield. I was gonna rip that finger off. He was lucky. He tried to take it out and I wouldn't even let it out. I was like, no, you fucked up. I ripped off skin and everything with him. Like, he got dirty. That's why I said demon. All right? And it's all because why? Why are you sticking your fingers in my mouth? Why are you choking me? Why are you after me? I didn't say something you like? Okay, no, you're crazy. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. Just because you didn't tell the beginning of that story, you only told the end, doesn't mean that I'm the problem. You're not going to make me believe it, not one bit. And I don't care if anyone else believes you. I don't give a fuck. They're just as crazy as you. Because common sense will say, well, why was your thumb in her mouth? She's not going to walk around biting you. How did she bite you? I would have asked the question. If someone tells me that story, I'd be like, well, damn, how did your thumb get in her mouth? Okay, and then that's when he would probably lie. Or just try to act like he don't know. You know what I mean? But I know. I remember the story. I lived it. All right? So I'm sorry that it's difficult for you to share, but I mean, it's a safe space here with me. My neighbor hears me talking so much shit about the shit I've been through, Max. When I had some friends from the shelter, they came over to visit me. It's so cool. They moved. They ended up. None of us picked where we live. You know, I got placed here, and the other two, they got placed wherever they got placed just because they could. That was what we could find, right? And we all end up eventually meeting each other again because I gave out my number and they call me. And one lives like not 2 blocks. One lives like right over there, like a 5-10 minute walk that way, and the other one lives like a 5-10 minute walk that way, and it's like right next to each other. So we don't talk very much, but it's a real safe thing because they've been through the same things as me, and they know all my stories and things like this. There's like a sense of safety and security there, knowing that they're just right around the corner from me. Okay, like I could run there in 5 minutes. It's super cool, and they even walk by me. Sometimes I say hi to them, like they're actually like neighbors of mine now. All right, so it's like, yeah, you have to share with like-minded people. Okay, so what is it? There are dreams I remember clearly, and other times I don't remember anything. Oh, same for me. I don't know. I hope the reading helped you with that. I hope that clears up for you. I've been the adult many times around people decades older than me. Yeah, me too. It's terrible. Yeah, so I gotta put them in timeout and turn off cartoons. Oh no, I leave the cartoons kicking. I'm like Mikey, alright, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'll have my cartoons on and I'll go slice a bitch, alright? And then I'll go back to watching my TV. I might even look over in mid-fight and watch something and laugh, okay? Because I have that about me. And then, let me tell you, it pisses him off when I if we're arguing and I look over to go look at something and then I come back to the argument, like I put the bitch on pause for something that ain't even important. Oh, does it make him mad? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a human being, man. I might have triggered him on purpose a few times just because I already know what he's doing. Well, he shouldn't be screaming at me and spitting on me, so I'm gonna trigger you. That's why I said always was everything I ever did to him was because he did something fucked up to me. You know, and it's funny before he started actually getting violent with me, I used to play a bunch of video games. Same desk, same chair, same everything. This was like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever. Any game I was playing, if I did anything he didn't like, if I said something in the chat that he didn't like, if I talked to a person, like I whispered them and hung out with anyone I wasn't allowed to have any friends. But if I did anything, if I did anything and I didn't know I was doing it wrong, he would actually come up behind me and pull my chair backwards. And you know what I mean? Like, what? And I wasn't expecting it. I'm thinking he's getting up to get a drink. No, he's getting up to pull my chair back and fucking curb stomp me some more. So that's what I'm saying. He was fucked up. And I love to say it. I love to say it because I know he's going to watch these videos because he's obsessed with me. So it's like, here, I didn't forget. Because he literally tells me, listen, man, you ruined our marriage. He blames our marriage being ruined on my diabetes that I just got in January. Okay, and who blames the diabetic? And blames their diabetes for it being the reason. It's like, you know what I mean? Crazy. 6 foot tall, 5'3", man. That's what I'm saying. Mine was my height. 6 foot tall. The taller they are, the harder they fall, man. I would have did a swoop kick on him. But yeah, no, that's just no fun, man. Men need, like, anyone. I don't think anyone should be touching anyone, man. Got stabbed to death. Man, that's just terrible, alright? On a child being with me. Good job beating it. I see. Thank you for doing this one. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, yeah, PMG, you came. Hi. Okay, you're here. Probably not here anymore, but hi, I didn't see you earlier. Okay. Sad how people can get so lost to achieve these states of being deranged. From so much pain, it consumes them, yeah. Oh, snap, no, girl, no. I'm so glad you're among the living. Yes, me too. I told you, he pulled out a sword on me, man. Me and my daughter. Okay, I looked at that motherfucker standing there with that sword, and I was like, no, I'm not here in Hollywood. There's no cameras. This isn't a movie. I'm not being paid millions. I'm not Angelina Jolie right now. I'm not Tomb Raider. This ain't happening. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And I went and I left. It was to lure you in by, yep, exactly, he does. So that's why I'm holding his money hostage. Because let's be honest here, he's a narcissist. He cares more about money than anything. So I'm going to give him a nice, sweet, what would I call it? A nice, sweet package of money. Overcompensating even. And I'm just going to dangle it in his face. And oh my God, it's going to be so satisfying because if he doesn't give me my cats, it's okay. I've already made peace. I'm going to take him to court and force it. And if he does give me my cats, and if he does, I'll give him the money. I don't give a fuck. And get him away from me. Like, because then he'll use that as a reason to bother me. So it's like, I'm not stupid. So it's like, if you don't give me my cats, though, then I ain't giving you shit. And I want to say, you can try to bother me all you want. Because like I said, I'm the biggest, baddest bitch of the West. And I'll fuck you up, bitch. Alright? He knows it. Like, I literally call him little bitch and everything. I'm like, what's up, little bitch? Where's my cats? You fuck you. Oh, okay, bye. Let me know when you're ready to give me my cats. Because I'm doing the paperwork, I'm getting done. It's just I'm trying to avoid it. I don't fucking want to go to court because I know it's gonna take forever. I got my list of things. My lawyer said to make a list of all the different things that he stole from me because he stole a lot of my personal belongings, and it clearly says on my divorce proceedings, all of my personal belongings that I brought into the relationship. And let me tell you, Mama's got a fantastic memory. I know what I got. And I'm like, that's not yours, that's mine. What are you taking that? Why are you fighting me on my house plans? I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to make a list and send it into my lawyer. But I made a list, and I'm going to send it into him and see if he'll actually comply. And I'm going to tell him, I'll give you all your fuck-ass money that you want. All this money you want. You want it? I'll get it. You can give me my cats. And he's like, you're crazy. And it's like, no, you're crazy. You're holding my cats hostage. And I'm even willing to pay for them. Okay? Sagittarius the Archer, as I was saying, dead on rarely remember my dreams. Dead, okay, whoa, that was hard for me to read. Sorry, I have moments. I read wrong. I've got a touch of dyslexia, I'm sure. You could thank my palms for it. As I said, he called me a retard for everything, but it was like, come on, it's just human nature. I just fuck up. I don't know. I don't really care. But now I have like a thing where I always gotta explain things to people, and it's like I'm slowly getting out of explaining myself to people because I realize most people don't want the explanation. They're normal. So I'm sorry if I over-explain sometimes, guys. And I'm sorry if I'm over-apologetic. No, it wouldn't work because I know who I am precisely, okay? Nope, they find out that they're not the smartest in the room when they resort to fuckery. Oh, please. He found out he wasn't the smartest in the room the moment he spoke to me. I can tell you that was the thing that made him the most angry is when I actually began to try to have a deep conversation with him and he couldn't fucking keep up past like the first word. And he was like angry because I'm younger than him too. You're younger than me. You can't be smarter than me. Like, motherfucker, you're 40 years old. Why are you 10 right now? We don't care about age at 40 and 30. And why are we talking about our age? We've been married for so damn long. We're like the same age. What the fuck is wrong with you? He was literally 6 years older than me. I was like, that's nothing. What the fuck are you talking about? You act like you're 10. So I was like, I feel like I'm 20 years older than you. So I have Mercury and Venus in the 9th house, if that matters. Mercury and Venus in your 9th house. Oh, well, that probably makes you very philosophical. Well, so you probably really like to have nice, deep, long conversations with people about all sorts of things. Religion, anything. You're very open-minded, I want to say. But you have your own beliefs. And you probably like to share them, and you might teach people with them. Like, the people might take on your beliefs. They might agree with your beliefs. Okay, that's literally what that's telling me. I'm not saying you have to do. All right, and that makes me think Sagittarius people probably have the hots for you. Okay, but yeah, people want to keep us in a box. Precisely, you are helping me. No, that's good. I'm happy that I am helping you. I have Sun in Cancer. That's like 4th house. I don't really know. That's nice. You're a Cancer, I guess. That's more of that Cancer energy. Probably take care of your family. Really nice. I hope you are safe right now. Oh, I'm as safe as I can be. See, that's the thing. He won't come for me. I don't live in his house no more. That's another thing my daughter made me realize. She's like, he's not here right now. He's not here. He's not here anymore. You don't have to be afraid of what happens if you do this. because in order for him to get here, he has to drive here and he has to come through that fence. And I was like, yes, okay. And I tell you, I got a gun right here ready for him, and I got my window right here, and I'm starting to keep my window open even. So it's like the minute I see that motherfucker walk up to that fence, okay, I won't shoot him, but I will gun butt the bitch. Okay, yeah, no, I'll come and gun butt him right in the fucking head. And I'll knock him out. Literally, because he won't be expecting it. And if he's listening now, it's like, get ready, bitch. Know it. Fuck with it. Give me back my cats. Be a father for once. Be a husband for once. Be a human being for once. And do the right thing. Alright? You're so good at releasing resistance to things. Even the darkness in my dreams, I can embrace them. That's beautiful. I know what's going to happen. I'm not with the demon boss anymore. Just stuck in a trailer. I gotta get to the trailer. Oh my god, yeah, no, I don't blame you. But it's like, I don't know. How are you supposed to keep to yourself at a trailer park? How are you supposed to? Okay? We Sagittarius people are honest, so I love Sagittarius readers because I know I can trust what you say. Plus, I feel you. You have a oh, that's very sweet of you, Zena. You have a great day. I want to say you're very nice. Oh, I'm not a Canadian. I'm just a nice person. I belong in Canada. Okay? And it's funny, I heard that there's a joke, alright? They're like, something about throwing rocks at Canada and they never say anything. Like Americans always just throw rocks at Canada and Canada doesn't do nothing. I'm like, bitch, please, I'm in Canada throwing rocks at y'all. I'll throw a rock right back at you. Okay? I'm not even a Canadian. Right? But this is where I live, alright? And I put on for my city. This is my city. Alright? They took me in, they accepted me. I actually had to ask them for acceptance. I was like, Quebec's a trip, man. They're like, you can get your citizenship and stuff, your residencies, because I did that. And then they're like, but in order to live in Quebec, they're like, you have to ask us for permission. We gotta say you can live in Quebec as an immigrant. I was like, what? I sent them in my request. I was like, please accept me. I don't speak French, and I know that really, really, like a lot of French people don't like that. And they want you to speak French, you know. They're like, okay, you can live in Quebec. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. I don't know why I cared so much. Well, this is where we live, but I want to say, it's funny. They accepted me, okay? How could I not put on for Quebec? They've accepted me. No one accepts me. I mean, you guys are accepting me, but you get what I mean. Like, I'm always that kid that never got picked for nothing, never wanted to do nothing with nobody, because it's like, nobody fucking accepted me. But Canada did, so I'll take it. Love Canada. Canadians know when to take action. Yeah, no, Canadians are very tough stuff. That's what people don't get. Like, just because they don't care about 90% of the shit you say to them don't mean that they're not, like, one day just gonna say, Mrr. Especially in Quebec, I've realized, man, they're pretty hard out here in Quebec. All they do is fucking drink and smoke and hunt. Okay? I mean, that's, like, literally all of Canada. But I've noticed from at least my areas, I've only went to Ontario a few times, and I've never been anywhere else in Canada but Ontario and Quebec. But judging, comparing them to Ontario, and oh my God, Quebec's the trailer park over here, and they're over here just kicking it. All right. So what can I do to prepare myself? I did answer that. So because Canadians are nice people, yes. They didn't burn down the White House. Fuck that White House. I saw that. That's just nuts. I have the Eye of Ra on my palm. Oh, yeah, that's what this is. That's what this is. I don't know if you're still here, but I don't know if you ever look up, like, those statues of them people holding the Ankhs. They all have that. They all have a simian line. Like, it's a big deal. Like, it means I'm, like, something super, super interesting, apparently. And what did he saw? He didn't see anything special about it. He saw it as, you're a retard. And I'm like, no, I've overcome retard. That means I'm super special, okay? Fuck you. But yeah, they're people too. Who are people too? Canadians? Canadians are people too. Is that what you said? They're silly. Right? They're the best people though. I get along with so many people here in Canada. Like in Florida, I got along with everybody. I get along with everybody. You're not retarded. You're sensitive to energies. I'm not retarded at all. That's what I'm saying. No, but he would say I'm retarded just because I would say or do dumb things. You know, like I'd stutter, and then you'd be like, it's because you're retarded. You know what I mean? Or I drop something, oh, it's just because you're retarded. Like, it was never anything legit. Like, it was never about my actual character. It was always about just, like, regular human actions that you do. And then he blames it on retard. So, he's so rude. But, yeah. I still panic when I am myself around people, so I keep quiet. Yeah, it takes time. Okay? I definitely do panic. okay? I would panic, but going in those shelters, it was like a band-aid, rip that shit right off. I had no chill. I could not keep quiet. They wanted to know things. They wanted answers. They had forms. I had to say things. I had to do things. I had to go over all that shit, and I was not allowed in now. And once I finally got out of that fucking shelter, that's when I finally could actually try. It took me like 2-3 months to like, even step out of my house. Like I wouldn't even go to the corner store. Like I was like, oh my god, I don't want to leave the house. And it wasn't even like I was scared, and it wasn't like a scary thing. It was just like I don't know. There was like an anxiety to it. You know, there was a panic to it, leaving. And I was like, I gotta get over this shit. And I went out, and I did it. I started one step at a time. I started hanging out in my yard for like 5 minutes, and then I started gardening, and then I started going to the corner store. You know, and then at first I would bring my daughter with me. I'd be like, can you come with me to the corner store? Can you come with me to the corner store? Okay. And she'd be like, okay. But I could see that she really didn't want to. She's like, I can't do this forever. I'm a grown-ass person. I gotta put my big boy pants on, okay? I too can do with personalities. Who do you want to see? Wait, so that I too can do that. I can deal with it. Ah, that's funny. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I can take on anyone. That's what I said, because you're likely a medium, and you probably know that though. But yeah, being a medium, you can take on any energy. But it's like you gotta be the medium. You can't let the energy take you. You gotta be able to tell that motherfucker to get the fuck off your cord after the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, you have someone in your home. Your house is your vessel. You know, it's your temple, and you have someone there. So it's like when you let another energy in there, you're chilling with that energy. That energy ain't there all alone, so that energy can't do whatever he wants to you or she wants. Whatever, they can't do whatever they want because you're there, hostessing. My goodness, this cat. It's too cute. Okay. I didn't even know he was here. I talk to myself, but I don't trust anyone I have to be around. At least I know I'm solid. Well, I want to say, I don't know, that's kind of a perspective thing. Like with me, I'll talk about anything around, bug. Talk about anything around anyone, because at the end of the day, whether I trust that person or not, I'm speaking truth. What am I trusting them with? I'm telling them the same truths I've told anyone else, and you know what I mean? There's no reasons to feel like I should keep my truth from me. Even when I was in the middle of hell, I still never did. That's why I ended up with a fucked up jaw. That's why I got all these scars on my face, because he would grab me, and he didn't like when he didn't like what I said. If I tried to walk away, I got grabbed plenty of times, cut up, scratched up, all sorts of shit from him. Like I said, lumps in my head because he stomped on me. I'm pretty sure my diabetes is from him. That's why I'm hoping I get remission, because I was talking to my daughter. I was like, listen, your dad's in a mood. I want you to stay in your room. I was giving her the regular pep talk because he was going crazy, and he could go crazy for 3 days sometimes. So, and while I'm telling her that, he comes up behind me and like uppercuts me right here in my rib. And I'm lucky I didn't break. But a week before that happened, I was reading about domestic violence and how they're like, almost every girl ends up with a broken rib. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? It happens a week after I read it. I was like, I wasn't ready to leave yet. I couldn't leave yet. Don't punish me because I didn't leave. I know, but the rib didn't break. But what did it do? It bent right into my pancreas and smashed right into it and damaged it. You know it did. Because then for 6 months later, I had a dislocated floating rib down here. And it finally popped back in place 6 months later. I couldn't cough. I couldn't sneeze. I couldn't do nothing. And it was all because he came and punched me from behind, man. Yeah, keep telling me I'm crazy. Alright? Keep telling me I'm the problem. No, I'll keep proving it with solid fucking facts. That you're the clear problem. Give me back my cats. Because he's literally trying to act like he's high and mighty, and he didn't do nothing wrong, and my diabetes ruined our lives, and he deserves the cats. At the very least, you should have the cats. He hasn't said that to me, but I know that's what he thinks, because I'm psychic. But yeah, I'm too confident and too smart for my own good, is what he used to tell me. Yeah, exactly, too smart. He would never say that to me, because then that would be a compliment to me. So no, he'd be like, you ain't smart, you don't know shit. You're 6 years younger than me. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Why makes you think you know this? And I'm like, whoa, projection. Homeboy. I said, listen, just because you're not smart doesn't mean I'm not. And then bam, that's when I get a quick slap. That's what I'm saying. Like my mouth, I tell you, every hit I sustained, every damage I took is because this mouth cannot be silenced. I will never silence it. Okay? Jealousy is what drives them The narcs, yeah. It's not, and I know it's not right for a man to compete with a woman, but yes, competing with me too. Oh my god, any video game I played, I couldn't even play. I could not even play for my full potential. I sat around literally on just sitting there. I just wanted to have fun with any games I ever played with him because I knew that if I ever outshined him, that meant we had to quit that game and stop playing. Okay, so World of Warcraft, what happens? I make a guild, I run that guild, everything's fucking phenomenal, we're doing great, it's a fun guild, it's not so much about like progression, but although we were doing more progression than anyone else, but it was more for about the fun. It was just, I was doing 10 mans at that time, and the minute everyone started, I was the GM, and the minute everyone started actually like liking the guild and liking how I was running it, because I took care of that shit. Like no one paid for anything on that guild. Like I don't know if any of y'all play games, and probably not. But either way, I took care of everything, repair bills, because we'd be in there busting our ass and doing things. We'd be in there raiding for hours. So like I had it all set up. Any mats, any things like this, and the guild would build the fucking clothes for them, let's get these mats from these bosses, like, and it was so organized and fair that everyone was so fucking happy and everyone just enjoyed me as their GM so much that he made us stop playing for no reason in the middle of it all because he was jealous. He wasn't getting attention, and it was like, bro, I don't even want the attention. You could be GM. And he's like, no, I don't want to be GM. And I'm like, then what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't want to play anymore. Oh, okay. And then Overwatch, same thing. Oh, fuck. I'm fucking amazing. I fucking outgun him. I outshoot him. I outstride him. And then when I play on my own, forget it. I go even further. I do better. Like, if I go play rated without him, I fucking climb. If I play with him, I stay. And then he's like, I don't want to play Overwatch anymore. And then, like, if I go play Overwatch without him around, he's all, like, jealous. He acts like I'm on there flirting with guys or something. And it's like, bro, I'm literally just playing video games. Leave me the fuck alone. And I meant jelly. I got jelly on my plate. Hey, fucking jealous as fuck. Good morning. Yes, me leaving my ex was divine intervention because I couldn't leave voluntarily. That's how it was with me. As I said, I didn't get to choose. I couldn't even call the police to help me. He was ready to flip the script on me and make it seem like I was crazy. And then I would have ended up having to leave alone. I wouldn't have been able to bring my daughter. Nope, that wasn't happening. I saw too many women go to the shelters too. Was not letting that. My daughter wouldn't live that. She says if you end up in a shelter on your own, things like this. She says I'm running away, and I was like, you can't run away. I said, where the fuck are you gonna go? She says I don't give a fuck. She says I cannot stay with him. He's gonna fucking kill me. And I was like, well, you can't run away. I said we gotta leave together. I said so chill out. Don't run away. She's like, I'm not going nowhere. She says I can't leave you here. And I was like, oh my god. That's why I said we were in it together, me and her. That's why I said, come at me, bitch. You think we forgot? We ain't forget. Motherfucker, we ain't friends neither. So know that. So me leaving my ex was divine intervention, yeah. Trust me, that's what happened to me. Thanks. Those are great too. They all have strengths and challenges. Love you, get some breakfast. Yes. Breakfast. I have to take my medicine too. I'm in Texas. Oh shit, Texas! Okay. I've never been to Texas. I've only been around the East Coast. I've always wanted to go to Texas though, just to visit it. Thank you so much for the readings. You're very welcome, Pernilla. Okay, I'm in Texas and orderly. You created life while the rest were losing theirs. Yes, exactly. That's like that was his message. And he was like, so don't let the issues get you down. He had no idea I was like bleeding out, but he had no idea. Seriously, if he did, he probably would have freaked out. I got off that chair and the whole chair was covered in blood. I got up to go pee and everything just bled everywhere. And I'm like, oh my god, I thought they stitched me. What happened? And then I fall over. I fall out the bathroom. I open the door and I'm like sliding out of the bathroom. And I'm like, can someone please help me? And then they come in and there's blood all over the floor. They're like, oh! And I'm like, I'm sorry I made a mess in your bathroom. And they're like, no, it's okay. And I'm like, I didn't know I was bleeding. And then they're like, oh my god. And then that's when it all went downhill. Everything went black. Everything was gone. I remember looking at the lady, she's talking to me, and I'm like, I don't understand you. The ringing in my ears from the loss of blood. There was no blood in my brain. I couldn't hear a damn thing. And then all of a sudden, I couldn't see nothing. I was like, oh no! It's happened. Okay. I am in Sweden. Oh, well, that's so cool. You're in Sweden. All right. The story of in the hospital is so sad. It is sad. That's why I said they deserve something. I deserve something from that. All right. They should not have ever let that happen to me. And they knew that it happened to me. They even had a lady come and talk to me and get the whole story from me, from the personal people or whatever. They didn't do nothing. I mean, I just told her the story because I told myself they need to know about this. Someone needs to know about it. And if I go off to a lawyer afterwards, I need to have proof that I told them about it. And then I never went back because I had life to live, and I'm not a money chaser like that. I'm not a cash grab. I didn't see my death as a thing to profit off of. You know what I mean? I saw it as something to like. I saw the profit was that I lived. Like that was the gift. And I don't know. That's worth $1 million in my opinion. Fuck. And I even told everyone I feel like $1 million. Laugh right after I had the baby before I died. They're like, "How do you feel?" I'm like, "I feel like $1 million." Okay. I feel fantastic. I was like, oh, I went from being this big to being this big and like that. Okay. But yeah, I was like, I feel amazing because I can finally move again without something in there. Okay. And then that's literally what I said. So yeah, so I'm saying if I had to give up $1 million just to live, I'll do it. Because that's probably what would have happened. He would have sued the hospital for sure. His stepfather was a lawyer. Or well, he had lawyer connections because he used to be a lawyer. They had money and stuff. So they would have definitely went to a lawyer, and they would have got a whole lot of money. Because they would have died. On top of that, I wouldn't have just got injured. I would have died. So they would have did that, but then who knows what would have happened to my daughter. That's why I said I had to be here. Most people don't want the explanation because they are normal. Yes. Okay, last one. Okay, so did you learn French? Oh, I've tried. I mean, I got it down in my subconscious, so it's like I can randomly say some French words and I can read it pretty well, but man, I can't really hold a conversation with it. And I can listen pretty well, especially after being in the shelters surrounded by so many French women talking all the time. When I was living up north too, lots of French. So it's like I can listen to it. You love Skyrim? I'm gonna say it. I don't like Skyrim. Okay, I don't like Skyrim, dare I say. I don't like its graphics, I don't like its atmospheres, I don't like its ambiance. I didn't dig it. All right, everyone else loves it. It's like a cult classic. I know everyone loves it, but I could not. I didn't like it. I tried many times. I own it. Oh no! As I was gonna say, I know Skyrim people are fucking hardcore fans. My daughter even plays Skyrim. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I just don't play Skyrim. I'm sorry. I won't do it. And same with Fortnite. Fuck Fortnite. Fortnite's trash. Can't stand that garbage. It's like they're like, how can we combine Minecraft with a shooter? And it's like, no, thank you. That's some dumb shit. Okay. Do you learn? Okay, I studied French at university and wanted to go to Canada as an exchange student. Never got that far. Only got to France where I met my ex. Wow, that's interesting. You know, that's funny. When I was in pre-K, kindergarten, when I was in kindergarten, they tried to send me to They tried to send me to some special school for speaking Spanish. I'll tell you the story because it's actually really funny, and then I'm gonna get off. But I'm in Spanish class. I'm in the back of the class. I'm literally a little itty bitty kid. It's like my first week of school, and we're in Spanish class because we're in Miami, and we gotta learn Spanish. We have to know Spanish. Spanish is a must there. Everyone's like Spanish. So I'm sitting there, and we do what we're doing or whatever. And my teacher's like, "Oh my God, she's so good." And I was like, "How am I good? I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm little itty bitty." And they're like, they call my mother. The principal makes a thing. They do all this crazy shit. They set us up with this meeting. Oh, I got a bug. And they tell my parents, your daughter is extremely gifted in Spanish. They're like, she might be gifted in every language, but we know she's gifted in Spanish. And I was like sitting there listening. I'm like, I'm just listening because I don't really know what the fuck to think about any of this. I'm like, what is gifted and what is why is this important? It's just a language. And they're like, we want to send her to this crazy like school over there and have her like learn and study and do something. And I'm like, but for what? I was like, so I could be the best Spanish speaker on the planet? I was like, for what? What's the point of that? And I was like, but I was little and I wasn't going to guide my own life. I was just a little confused as to why we cared so much about just, I was like, okay. But then I go to class the next day and the teacher, tell my daughter this story all the time. So I was on the fence. I was like, Mom, I'll do it if you want me to. And she was like, well, it's if you want to. And I said, well, I'll think about it. I said, let me go to Spanish class a little more and see if I even like it. And she was like, okay. Because she wasn't someone that pushed me like that. She would definitely just try to encourage me. And you know what I mean? So I'm sitting there in Spanish class. And he leans over to talk to me. He says, oh. He says, and I don't remember what he says, but he says something to me. And he's like, that's really good, Nicole. And then he turns like this to the next kid. And bends over. My face is right here, mind you. And he farts in my face. Okay. I literally was like, I looked over at him, bend over in my face. I was like, ew. Because he was like overweight and like wore some weird suit pants. And he bent over and I'm like, ew. But I'm nice and shy, so I didn't do anything. I just kind of like dealt with it. And then he farted. And I was like, traumatized for life. I was like, I could never trust another Spanish teacher ever again. So then I came from school and I was like, I won't do it. I'm not doing it, because I was gonna have to work one-on-one with that guy. I was like, I ain't working one-on-one with that guy. I was like, it ain't happening. That guy is a fool. What the fuck? Who farts and doesn't apologize? He acted like it didn't even happen. Like, motherfucker, I might have been a little kid, but it's like, you gotta respect me. You know, say you're sorry. Okay, so that was long-winded, this video, but that was cool. We definitely got into some deep topics. Okay, I hope the reading was good. No, I'm spelling it wrong. Hold on, I'm gonna put this thing down. Okay. Oh my God. You could do it. Find the other part. There. Okay. Oh my God, I'm hungry. Yeah, it's time for lunch. 9? Oh, 7. Breakfast. Okay. Poor kid. That's what I'm saying. That was some fucked up shit. I was literally like 5 years old because it was like my first day in kindergarten. Like, you're like 5, 6 years old. I think you're 5. I was 5. I turned 6 in kindergarten. Okay, so anyways. Oh, thank you so much, and go eat breakfast now. Much love. Thank you so much, Prunella. I'm glad you enjoyed, and thanks to everybody that came out, and thanks to everybody that enjoyed, and also I hope it gives you something, even if it's just like one little stepping stone. Bye. Bye. Pensive, like expensive. That's cute. I like it. Okay. Bye.